Nelly deals for a friend of the Grummles. Like you.
Have you hit the extendo button?
Farewell, friend of the Grummles.
Yes. I think.
I'm at the front.
Yeah, I just
No?
did
Okay,
refresh one.
zone out. Maybe I didn't reset it. Sorry, I've got Michael's still up. I'm trying to get in bed. I hit the reset button. I'll zone in. Reset. Yeah, should be good now. He's on Do Not Disturb.
Bomani is.
Yeah.
Of course he is.
Maybe
This
he messaged me
man.
3 minutes ago or something, so I assume he'll see it.
Yeah, probably.
You got the coin? That's how you got the bargains.
Go aggressively DM him.
He won't see them if he's on D&D.
Appreciate your patronage.
I don't understand people in going D&D.
He also won't see them if you don't aggressively DM him.
True.
I had a friend that used to like always go as offline even though he was online because he didn't want work people to see that he was playing games. I'm like, you can just turn that shit off, man.
Yeah, you just turn that off. I don't think I've had mine on ever.
Wait, why?
So don't add people from work to your friends list.
Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
turn
the
it
real
on
strip.
because I play Black Desert. That game's open 24/7. So if I'm not in WoW, it's just gonna show them playing Black Desert, even if I'm in Africa.
So what you're saying is walk. Good.
Also, why
Why
are the
is-
dragons still DC? This raid's been out for months.
Why is Val typing as if he's in this Discord channel?
Because he is.
Oh my god.
Is in this Discord channel. Oh, run.
He's listening slash watching us while he's in bed.
Bayless, you seem extra quiet.
That would be adorable.
Don't worry about that. That's good.
Like my voice.
There you go, you're better.
I moved my mic from my ass to my mouth.
Put it back.
Oh, he heard us somehow.
He's in the call.
Oh. Alright, never mind.
Yep.
I also don't have Devo. If I die with like 10% HP.
Yeah, I mean, don't even get started on what tonight looks like. It'll be fine.
Where is
We'll make
everybody?
decent progress, but it is super scuffed already.
We'll just bring Guggle, bro.
Oh, we're
Bring
missing
Grolod.
a Roldy because of laptop. Wait, no, he's in the raid.
We'll bring Grolod in, bro.
Yo, bring Illy's Paladin. That dude tanked a 17 Ruby fucking 2 seconds after hitting max level. Yeah, Illy, it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make for Devo.
Let's bring in my paladin.
Yeah, Kitchen's Paladin, there we go.
It's like 414 or something like that. I'm not very good at ret, but you know.
I'm actually pretty interested in Prop Pally. I finished leveling mine yesterday. Gonna get started on that shit this week.
It is my favorite tank to pug keys on.
Yeah, you basically don't need anybody else.
Exactly.
And you have enough defensives to roll where you literally don't need a healer and you could just wog everyone else. Shit, tonight is
There's gonna be
scuffed.
some weird points in the first phase, but I guess we'll see when we see. I'm assuming Resto Shaman is maybe the same or better than LA Shaman in terms of the wins, but I guess we'll see. Bomani, you are cosplaying as number 2 tonight, so you actually have a much easier one than the other night. Ellie, you are pretty obviously number 1, so you're in Various' spot if you want to go into Razagath and look at the picture.
Oh god, why is it upside down?
I'll go to the second one.
Yeah, so you want the one that just says boss facing and then a bunch of names. It is volatile spark positioning also is tagged.
Assuming we are all taking these Ventus runes.
Yeah, you can do all that stuff.
Oh.
We should Ventus Elefar Aranog.
And then even though you're healing Pip, I think your spark position is fine. Not entirely sure what's different on Resto Shaman CC for sparks.
Only gonna have the one. Yeah, what Pip just said.
Only have the cap totem.
Well, you've also got Purge and Kick still, right? Or do you not take those?
Can you get Purge?
Yeah, you can give up Lightning Shield. You don't need Surging Shields. Those 2 points down at the bottom.
I feel like we probably have enough AoE stuff that the Thunderstorm doesn't really matter a ton, but I feel like a single target for stragglers is probably very useful still. And then I don't know if you have to talent into the Psychic Scream, Ellie, but you need to make sure you have that.
Do I just need Psychic Scream, or do I need the reduce cooldown talent, or just have it at all?
You're going to be doing it. The closest one is 46 seconds apart, so.
It's 45 seconds.
In terms, you're basically getting rescued by somebody every single time. So the evokers just need to. Actually, no, that's wrong. You're getting rescued by somebody on all of them except for number 2, where you take the gateway. So every other one you're getting rescued. It's basically Carly 1 and 3, and then Walshy's 4. But they know where they've been doing it, so I assume you're just gonna get taken for a ride.
Whee! Ellie writing something joke.
And then I think the only important
Boo-doo-boo-boo.
cooldown that you two can cover is probably the 131 with your link pip, which I put in the note already. And then we'll be missing out on like a Devo at 29, so you probably want to be looking to use something there, Ellie, potentially. Maybe your salve there or something after the hit. But we'll see after a couple pulls, I guess.
Carlos, why are you a Volpera?
I have no idea.
Furry.
How did I accidentally walk over one of those things?
Oh, like you did it accidentally.
I literally placed it on him.
He looks like a giant rat.
Rats. Rats.
Boo-doo-boo-boo.
Weird rats.
Like a quarter, you need Vantis still. This one hopefully is for pull.
Is there a kill chest? I'll put them back.
Oh, now there's 3.
And can we get cookies?
Can I get mage food while?
Yes, you may.
Go home.
He is home.
Leave your
And I
house, walk
think
back in it.
We are good. Okay.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The age of the Incarnates begins!
And look for breath.
5,
Into our first left position.
3, 2, 1.
The elements
5,
answer to me!
4, 3, 2, 1.
Keep going.
4, 3,
Just so I can see.
1.
Was that a ranger?
Give me much breath. And then we'll be just people were standing on my orb spot.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, I was looking.
I
at
got
the
hit by
peep.
4 people in the spot I'm always in.
I was looking at the peep 2 image. Oops.
Your end was inevitable.
Yeah, so it's the
3,
I was like, why is no one else in the center? That'll do it, huh?
Oh, and then did you also start the knockback from like 30 yards further back?
Yeah, yeah. I was like, I'm on my spot. I'm in the middle. Everything's gonna be good.
just I think you have found it now, but I've relinked it. It's the most
Yeah,
recent.
it's the
Rizaga.
one that's the first one, not the second one.
So that was probably one of them, and then I think the only other change is Bawani and Raisins, but I don't think that would hit me, so just make sure you refresh yourself on your spot. Another fort, and then we're good.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The age of the Incarnates begins!
For the breath.
Wait, what do you have?
4, 3.
I said front left.
So did mine. Oh dear.
The elements answer to me!
Well, no,
Why the fuck would you have front left?
What is that?
I don't know.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Where are you? You have to get pushed back straight towards through the gate. I can't rescue you.
Yeah, just keep it going for a bit so I can see more face.
I need you not to do that because I align the rescue to get myself.
Breath. And then this is the second pushback, and this, I believe, is the one gateway. I think so.
5,
Yep.
4, 2, 1.
Then it's in the sparks.
The elements answer to me!
Much breath. And this is the third pushback. So this is another rescue. Carly, I believe.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And then you're watching the breath.
5.
And then this is our last spark, so this set of bombs can be a smidgen closer, since you have to be back in spark spot.
4, 3,
And then this is the last pushback we've tried coming up, and this would Walsh's rescue on your own.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We did it. We killed the boss.
Was inevitable.
Can you resend the note? All I see are cooldown timings. I don't see the actual list.
And then what happened with Pip and whoever that was having the
No,
same
that was me. It's my weak aura said back left, and I just kind of followed it like a idiot.
Oh, okay, okay.
I was like at back left when it told me to go back right, so I would have to like.
Well, then don't either.
I mean, I'm not
You
sure
should
what
probably
has
be
changed since
stacked
last
on the
week.
group.
No, it should be fine. I don't think I had the full note for some reason.
It says it's. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, I think what Carly said is true, though. Like, if you have something saying front right, I think that could be text from a different weak aura.
I don't remember what it said. I just saw left, and I saw left, and I wasn't able to get to that side or something. Like it might be correct, but I can't remember honestly. I've already forgot.
Well, if you're talking about the set that I went left, there's no way you would have left over me.
What do you call it? It's the one where we were off in like in a triangle off center. Like the one where like back was like near X kind of, and it was like triangle from there. There's that one.
I mean, I think we just play it again. If we're repeatedly getting stuff, it's something in the note, or like people having wrong weak auras, but I don't think we can tell from what we're seeing right now.
Sounds good.
Whenever you're good, Keats.
Oh, could I get stamina, please?
Yeah, we all need for it.
Thank you.
No.
No.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The age of the Incarnates
begins.
Much breath.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Washi.
1.
And the sparks.
The elements
5,
answer to
4,
me.
3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Much breath.
You gotta go way further than that, Ellie.
I'll show you kind of the spots we're trying to play in after this.
4, 3,
Second pushback. This is your gateway, I believe, Ellie.
5,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Into sparks.
The elements answer to me.
I can't get
Much
that.
breath.
Ooh. 4, 3,
Into our third pushback.
Need time
5,
for
4, 3, 2, 1.
And these are the slightly closer bombs.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Into our last sparks. And our last, not our last breath, our last pushback.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And watch breath. I think our evokers were both dead, so I don't know which spiral it was, but
It's dead. When Ellie dies, I die. Because I didn't give anyone the rest.
yeah, I mean, it's obviously going to take them some days to get used to it. We have 70 or something on them. And then we skip this pushback pretty easily this week, it looks like.
Yeah.
5,
Anybody get any
2,
sweet loot from Vault, by the way?
I haven't opened
socket.
Vault yet.
421 socket.
Stockies.
I need to get Creation Catalyst done before I can open it.
I haven't done keys in 5 weeks.
That's
Sockets
what
are
do you-
actually freaking huge now too.
Yeah, I got a socket this week too.
Like 400 DPS for.
Oh,
one
really?
fucking socket.
Ooh. Oh, that's kind of nice.
Why do you have to do Catalyst before you open Vault?
I mean, I don't have to, but the thing in the Vault does not upgrade until I get the Catalyst charge.
I thought you meant
Oh.
for some reason you couldn't even open the Vault.
No,
Yeah, so did
mean,
I. I
like,
was confused.
I can open it and just have the piece sit in my inventory until I finish the Catalyst thing, but I can't actually use it until I finish the Catalyst thing.
Yeah. So Ellie, position for bombs, you basically want to be. So if you're at square side, you want to be kind of around here with it.
just fuck all the way out. Yeah.
Yeah, like you can use these marks on the floor basically. If you're in mid or back, whichever it's called, you want to be basically kind of by this, orange globe, maybe slightly closer, and then.
And Ellie, you will only ever get right or back. You will never get left.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah, we can give people a sec for a week or stuff. It sounds like Pip and Rolly are both messed up a bit.
It looks like hunters need to turtle the 5th one, or
We're not getting the 5th one. She'll start her cast, but she will not start the pushback.
Was that the one we got last time?
Yeah,
I
don't
think
plan around it.
Yeah, we
Okay,
had Tap 3 dead.
okay.
We
The
are
idea is
planning
to
on
push
skipping it.
Yeah, it has to
Okay,
push
okay.
before it
Your
happens.
turtle
If
is
everyone
marked
is
on the
alive this
fourth
week,
win.
Oh,
it'll be very pushed.
the what do you call it? The thing was set up wrong. Like I don't need to. So I don't do anything for the first one. For the second one, I can cheetah or not do anything. For the third and fourth, I just cheetah on the second, but and then for the fourth.
Well, I mean, the win planner stuff was set up when it was the first version of the wins.
Oh,
so
okay,
not the
yeah.
after the second nerf. So you
Gotcha,
need
yeah,
less
yeah.
now, but you also just means you can be slightly worse about playing it, and then make like you use the extra movement you have to get in your spark spot more consistently.
Yeah. Also, I don't know, it's because we had healers dead or something, but like I almost died with I had to turtle the bomb to live.
I mean, we have 2 brand new healers on
That's
the
fine.
fight tonight.
No, I'm just letting you know, like I didn't have turtle that fight because.
Are you ready, Bomani?
Yeah, I'm ready. I hit ready? Didn't I?
There's going to be... You didn't, but I mean,
Oh, my bad.
It's okay. There's going to be some relearning for
fine.
some new roles, so...
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The age of the Incarnates begins!
For the breath.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And in for sparks.
The elements
5,
answer to me!
3, 2, 1.
First pushback.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Watch breath. And look for the breath.
5, 4,
Into our second pushback.
2, 1. 5,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The elements answer to me!
Get Phallus up.
We need wall shade.
Yeah, get wall shade instead.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And third pushback coming up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Watch breath. Last sparks coming up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The elements answer to me!
5, 4, 3, 2,
And fourth pushback. Get ready.
I taunted there on time, but it just...
Yeah, it's because of what we're trying to do with the where she's facing. It's okay though. We'll figure it out. And then get ready for the last breath after these bombs. Look for the breath.
4,
And then we basically have 7 seconds to push here. So she's going to start her cast. We have 5 seconds here.
5, 4,
3, 2, 1.
The elements
You can just like... so I think... Phallus, you look like you took an extra spot.
Yeah, because the game's
Freeze
stupid,
time.
and despite me spamming the gateway button, just fly right past it.
Wait,
watch
Gus,
your
I
breath.
think...
Go
Oh. No, I was saying that, like, so what happened is, the boss wasn't taunt immune. It was just that at the exact same time you used your AoE taunt, I also taunted, but yours was just a little later. And I don't really have a way to, like, accurately see you AoE taunt, per se, like on the exact frame.
So when I am basically whenever she targets you for that tank mechanic during the first and third sparks, like I am AoE taunting during the cast on it. Basically, I can do it a little later, which I guess is probably.
I think
better.
it's just the last one. The other ones are all perfectly fine, like whatever timing you're doing. But it's just the very last one right there. If I can do my blinding sleet first, and then you can AoE taunt after, because right now I'm just waiting for you to do that first, and then I'm sleeting.
Yeah, you just sleep first, and then I'll delay my taunt a tiny bit there.
Yeah, because then that just fixes that issue.
How'd you die, Keats? Was it just wins thing? I'm just making sure
Player
our healing
skill
doesn't.
error.
Okay, I'm just trying to make sure we don't need to adjust healing stuff already.
Problem exists between keyboard and chair.
Man, Minecraft Steve is blasting.
That's Steinkraft Neve.
Dude, look at his top
Does
damage.
anyone want to play Minecraft later?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's the Whittaway hitting the Gwitty way now.
Three, two,
I hate everything about that. Like, a lot about all of the things about that I don't like.
Look for breath.
5, 4,
Oh, it's 5 spots.
2, 1.
Now we missed the Devo here, so just be a little careful all the time on this one.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And look for breath.
Not showing up, but I think I figured it.
Come on, you can be a little closer with your spark.
And look for breath and to second pushback.
4, 3, 2, 1. Oh,
This sparks after.
3,
2, 1.
The elements answer to me!
Can get the gangster to you can get the gangster still.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And third pushback.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Look for the breath. Into our last sparks.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The elements
There'll be one bar left in the back.
You're fine.
4, 3,
One
3,
side.
2,
And a fourth pushback here.
4,
But top boss if you
3,
can.
2, 1.
Watch breath. And look for the breath.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Keep on blasting.
Pump the boss.
I was considering just stopping your damage.
3,
Yeah, I mean, 3 DPS die. It's that low.
Just OP.
Yep.
This is slightly strong.
A little bit.
So like 100%. Like I was pretty sure last week. I'm sure this week we have the damage to push in time with this strat. So like we're going with that. But as you can see, like one person dying and a quick res, still pretty fine. But we can't play like a messy phase and push and like practice first intermission. So numero uno goal is just ironing out kinks on this first phase so we can get to intermission consistently.
I don't speak Spanish. What do you say?
Just keep hitting guess advance, man. You're good.
We're gonna call people out.
Numero uno is a type of cheese.
Oh, he said numero uno. That's why. Okay.
Well, Monty, can you solo your spark on
Yeah.
the second
I
stuff?
think he can always solo them.
Yeah.
Okay, because I keep turning around and three in fucking China. Okay.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I solo mine. It just I try to get close sometimes, but like I'm trying to live through the fucking knockback. So
Like you definitely don't want to just everyone plan, oh, I can solo mine, I'm going to put it wherever. Like, you want to get close so we can, like, take advantage of the AoE stuff, and then you can help other people that might need it. But, yeah, if you need to just sit there and live, yeah.
yeah, it's just...
We need 1 minute for Kelly, and then we'll pull. Assuming everyone else is good. Blessing of the Rons?
Resting of run.
Blessing of might.
Blessing of might.
On the
Blessing of
the
kings.
wipe, were you just spamming your grief torch?
I mean, yeah, I
Shot
use it a
up
lot
so
when people
high.
die. I also touched to death the sparks at the end. If you look at spark damage, I was just doing it as I was jumping off.
Peter.
It's actually worth because it cleaves onto Razageth and does some damage. It's like actually like a 200k
man,
roll for
that's
Razageth.
a lot of pad.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's a lot of pad, but it doesn't show up on logs, and the actual damage to Razageth is relevant, so it's worth doing still.
Okay.
Peter. So-called
Very
cheats.
funny.
It's like one global does 150k. Like there's not a lot of buttons that do that, so it's still worth.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to adjust the
5,
interrupt note
4,
with the pep
3,
change, actually.
2, 1.
You don't even have a fucking interrupt. Pip, are you okay? No!
Pip, do you have COVID?
No.
Pip, can you hit the Gwitty?
Literally hitting the
Jeez,
kitty.
we hit it with a now.
Watch breath.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The elements
5,
answer to
4,
me.
3, 2, 1.
Jump back when you can more.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Watch breath. And looking for breath.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Into second pushback.
5, 4,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The elements answer to me.
And get raise up.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Ellie's also dead.
Ooh, get him instead after pushback, I guess.
You can grab me.
3, 2, 1.
I think it's a jump angle.
4,
Yeah.
3, 2.
Also, I
Angle.
don't know what the Vokers have set up, but you can always grab me too, and it will not mess with me.
Wait, you can always
Like if,
grab?
like Carly was saying, he needs Ellie to be alive and he can do it.
Oh, okay.
If he needs to grab someone, he can grab me. It won't mess me up ever.
Yeah, we're just gonna need you to create a keybind for every single person in the raid. And memorize
I mean, I don't know
all
if
of
you
them.
just. I would assume you just have one for Ellie and then one for like a mouse over. Like you don't need one for every single person, but.
No, everyone.
It was me all of last week, Rice, and it was super frustrating because it wasn't a problem. On Tuesday or Wednesday, it was fine, and Thursday I was just like missing half the gates, and then tonight I haven't missed a single gate. And I don't know. I feel like I'm not changing anything.
Is your ping better or worse tonight?
No. No, I didn't feel particularly laggy on Thursday, and I was missing half my gate.
I mean, I feel like this is a very dumb question, but people that are missing, they are like spamming the key, right? They're not just like trying to time it and hit it once.
I'm actually not spamming the key. So Thursday I was spamming the key, and it wasn't working. So I went back to not spamming the key. Like I missed the first gate on Thursday, and I just doubled down extra hard on spamming the key, and it got progressively worse as the night went on. And so now I'm only hitting it once, and it's working fine.
I wonder.
Like once or twice. I'm being very reserved with it.
I wonder if it's potentially related to what is it even called in game? I forget now. The spell queue window or whatever. Like people adjust them to different things, obviously. So like some people have very short ones, and I wonder if maybe it's related to that.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't change anything between Wednesday and Thursday, and then tonight.
Oh, we need Volker buff, and then whenever Phallus is good. Oh, I think, obviously this isn't an issue for this pulpit, but I think you probably are going to have to take kick when we're in intermission.
I think that's an option for her.
Am I healing intermission?
I mean, assuming we see it at some point tonight.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, she
Well,
didn't
she's
get
healing the
kicked.
solo side.
Just give up surging shields. That's not
Just
that much
waiting
healing.
on Phallus, though.
Your Earth Shield
sorry,
only
I'm
did
ready.
2% of your healing.
So the mana.
I mean, you will be the one solo healing aside, yes.
Can you give me an offer I can't
5,
refuse?
4, 3, 2, 1.
The age of the Incarnates begins!
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Bugs.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
One in the back, two in the front.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Got to down my port.
Watch breath. And watching breath again into second pushback.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. 4,
5,
3,
4,
2,
3,
What?
1.
The elements answer to me!
You can get Colossus.
I'm not getting this every time.
I'm not sure which thing you're talking about.
4,
The, like, front
3, 2,
I mean, it's probably you don't have the liquid weak aura, is my guess. We can check after.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Watch breath. These are these like close bombs.
4, 3, 2, 1.
The elements answer to me!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And then our last pushback. Top boss when we can.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Punch breath.
Equal spiral.
Oh, I punched it.
It was a little late.
I was out of range by the time then.
Hunt the boss.
And one more breath.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Got like 6 seconds.
How low does it have?
5,
65.
3,
2, 1.
The elements answer to me.
Uh-oh.
Your end was inevitable.
So Ellie needs the weak aura. That'll do it.
While you're pulling those in, left and right is assuming you're facing out towards the boss from like kind of the inside of the platform, so square is right and X is left. Does that make sense?
So can I get a res again?
Red blue is the intermission. Don't worry about that yet.
I gotta get a res again. I don't know.
Well, no, I just meant left and right for the weak aura, was what I was saying.
I know, I thought he asked about the red blue thing on the assignment.
He was asking for a Rezagath. Marius isn't here and I have to carry the water, I'm sorry.
You really don't.
You don't have to.
You
What
literally
water?
don't. I would rather.
Okay.
Don't say.
You be spared for an evening.
No, I'm just saying you don't need to carry the water. You can let us. The
Just put it
opposite of
down.
water.
If you
Just
bring
set
the
it
apple
down.
Water, sir.
Dehydrate.
Let it spill on the floor.
Yeah, you can let us dehydrate.
Do you think more people like apple juice or orange juice?
Apple.
Orange.
I think orange.
Orange.
Yeah.
I like apple.
That's because you're an actual child.
Fuck off. It's yummy.
Evoker buff.
I mean, I think I like apple more, but that's more due to screwdrivers and being young.
Yeah, but putting in cocktails doesn't.
You're not young.
But I'm just saying, it like.
What about the mimosa?
No,
Five,
it ruined it for me
4,
because that's like what I
3,
drank when I was young.
2, 1.
To be young.
Sure, healers and stuff are DPS at the start too. Look for breath.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
First bite.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Watch breath. Second pushback.
3, 2, 1. 5, 4,
5,
3,
4,
2, 1.
2, 1.
Stop.
The elements answer to me!
Dominic.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And push back 3.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
These are the slightly close-ish bombs.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Into our third spot.
The elements answer to me!
5, 4, 3, 2,
We jumping?
Yeah, we can go.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Afraid
1.
Also got blown off.
Yeah, I hesitated with my.
I got blown too. Yeah.
Basically,
I'm done.
everybody got blown off.
I hesitated with either doing speed or gate. I think I'm gonna gate second, so I can get back faster.
You just do the thing on the sheet.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't need anything for the first one at all.
If you can reliably get back to your spark position without using anything on the first one, like in time, without running over other people, sure.
Well, the problem is turtle and running doesn't work without on anything past the second one. So like,
Yeah, the second one is the harder one because you immediately have to get into spark position. The first one's not so bad as long as you can dodge the breath. Doesn't really matter too much what you do.
Yeah, can I get a repair?
Sure.
Jeez.
Hi, Walshy.
Hello.
Does the guy who smells like piss, is he there again?
No.
That's good.
Oh, he's at the land cafe, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, we need a Evoker buff.
I remember the LAN cafe days.
I don't think I've ever been to one.
I have never been to one.
Oh, bro, I played
Oh,
like,
you used to go all the
Battlefield
time.
1942 at one back in the day.
Middle
5,
school and high school
4,
Counter-Strike,
Fuck
bro.
yeah.
That's where it was
2,
at.
1.
The age of the Incarnates begins!
Look for breath.
5, 4,
No.
3, 2, 1.
Yep.
The elements
5,
answer to
4,
me!
3, 2, 1.
Couple on the back.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thompson.
Someone scrape up the streets.
We still have rest for Ellen.
You do it.
Scoop them up.
And look for breath. Into our pushback.
5, 4,
Number 2.
3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3,
3,
2,
2, 1.
The elements answer to me!
Pushback 3 coming up.
3, 2, 1.
These winds heal flesh from the
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
breath.
Oh, player skill issue.
Same.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You can just die.
The elements answer to me.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Your
1.
end was inevitable.
Was it the gateway one for most people?
No, I just ate a breath while running out of bomb.
I just outranged my port quicker than I thought I did. I think I placed it a little bit further forward than I usually do.
I was dodging left or right, and left had 3 lightning circles in a row. So.
Yep, that'll happen.
Ellie, on that last bomb, did you also have back?
It's a front end. Try to move it so it's not behind other text. It's like overlapping shit.
Might not be a bad idea.
Like, it's not like completely blocked by it, but it's just. Oh.
Go on.
Yeah.
I'm good now. Yeah, just as it timed out, basically.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The age of the Incarnates begins!
Look for breath.
5,
Into first sparks.
3, 2, 1.
The elements answer to me!
3, 2, 1.
GG go next?
Yeah.
Felt low going into that.
I mean, that was absolutely, people were standing on top of
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah, I mean, that one also is going to feel dicier for now, because we
Yeah,
normally have
no
Devo
AM.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm falling. Okay.
Your end was inevitable.
If you go far enough off the map, like I got pushed way off, you just fall forever.
Not
yeah,
forever.
the death wall doesn't
but for a
extend all the way
long
out.
time.
Yeah, you have to go way further.
What are these pillars on the side even holding up? Am I dumb? I feel like they're
It's
just
just-
pillars to nothing.
It's a ceiling.
The
You just
ceiling.
can't see it.
I like that there's dudes halfway between them holding up the pillars instead of just a full pillar.
I've never seen these dragons before.
Never looked up.
Hey, Bomani.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor? On your sparks, try to squeeze in a little bit more so that I can hit yours with my roar as well.
Hey, my bad.
I actually never noticed there were dragons there either.
Okay.
Did you not watch the cinematic?
I saw the cinematic. I just thought they
Last week we were
they
talking
were
about
opaque balls or something.
we were just
That's all.
talking about them so much last week at some point. Everyone's like, "Oh, this is going to be the next raid boss, and then this one's going to be the final raid boss." But
Yeah, the
people don't know
Earth
it's
one in the middle
actually
is
a
supposed
It's a dude.
Yogg-Saron expansion.
The final
Yogg-Saron's
raid
coming
boss
back
is a
with an extra
dude?
arm.
For
They're
sure.
actually going to be buddies that we recruit, and they're going to be with us out in the open world. We're going to get our own little dragon.
That's what the quest designer said.
3, 2, 1.
We got dragging these nuts.
#1 victory royale.
No.
I mean, I feel like there's no way we just fight 4 proto drakes.
No, there's
It's
no
like
way.
the end bosses.
Oh, it's just
Look for breath.
like way too simple and boring.
I bet the next one will be like these 3 proto-drakes in one fight, and then the final one will be something else.
Sparks. That'd be nutty if we were all
Fuck.
That's a go next angle. Do more damage, War. Come on.
I could talent. I'm too defensively talented right now, honestly. I should talent into damage.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about your tankiness until the last phase of the fight, honestly.
Well, not being able to use Slappy on pull is also an issue.
Yeah, it's a little weird, I know.
Like me and Keith stand farther back every pull. So,
Yeah, man.
it's-
I'm just like, fuck this.
Every time someone dies to spark that's near us, I just stand farther back. What did Pip just... Is that...
Is this a vine or something?
Do you not know what I'm
Just
referencing?
Assume it's
I
TikTok.
do. I didn't know if it was a vine or just some random YouTube video though.
By Shelloy. Which one of you don't know how to flush a toilet after they've had a shit? It wasn't me.
Need
Well, it was
Evoker.
fucking one of you.
We need Evoker for it, and whatever War is good.
Disgusting.
And maybe Rolly if he's actually lagging. It's the confidence I like Rolly.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The age of the Incarnates begins!
Hold your breath. Get ready for sparks.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The elements answer to me!
3, 2, 1.
These winds heal flesh.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That was my bad. She'll come back.
I'm telling myself the same thing.
You can just drag her like you do on Pull War, and she'll be close enough.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Second pushback.
5, 4,
5,
3,
4,
2, 1.
2, 1.
The elements answer to me!
That was my bad with the sparks.
Seemed to be okay though.
I wasn't close. I wasn't close.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good wins.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
God, man, this fucking game is. Oh, sorry.
Oh, hi, Ray. You can just stay, I think.
My altar was too far forward.
2, 1.
The elements answer to me!
5, 4, 3,
Was
2,
inevitable.
1.
Now seems like a good time to admit I was only using rank 2 pots before, so that's why we didn't push. I'm sorry.
Holy
It
shit.
goes through all the
I'm
effort.
gonna skin you alive.
Now you're gonna pull for more, even more.
It was an accident, but it was my bad. We can kill it now. Just AI.
I'm a real person.
Prove it.
Oh yeah, then which of these is street lamps?
Oh no, not that one.
And when a robot asks you to prove that you're a human by
I think somebody's ever written a robot that can just do captchas. Like for sure, someone just like
Yes.
Yeah, it's
made
not
a
that a
robot
robot
do that.
can't do them,
5,
it's the way
4,
they do them
3,
would be
2,
telling to the captcha.
1.
Oh.
Yeah, they're not looking at whether or not you can actually solve it, they're looking at your cursor and like time delay with how you solve it.
You could make a robot do that too, right?
In theory,
Or is it
Okay,
doing the
Nelson.
captures also keep on the top? Oh fuck, I missed it.
Take a breath.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The elements
Ooh.
answer to
4,
me.
3, 2, 1.
Get Pip.
Are we dead?
Oh!
4, 3, 2, 1.
or made a noise, are we dead?
No.
I am very dead because I was distracted by very late sparks
I didn't make noise.
on our spot.
Someone made a noise.
It's okay,
Sounds
that's
like
why
that,
we
yeah.
have a B or...
Oh, for all these people?
No,
Yeah.
we had Pip dead too, so we're gonna be down a healer nowadays.
Oh, fair enough.
5, 4, 3,
I see dead shaman, I assume honk.
That was last pull. Or like 2 pulls ago.
I mean, that spark almost went off. It was like 2 seconds from it going off.
I thought it did, yeah.
I got it. You know?
I don't know why there were 2 sparks left up by me. I feel like I must have missed something with my shout.
Sounds like we're all re-rolling Torn.
The Ring of Peace is really weird about it too, because sometimes stuff will move into the ring and I'll just clear the entire map, and sometimes it'll run away from it and I'll clear like 2 things total.
I was so focused on the sparks and I had nothing to use. I literally felt rushed backwards during the win. Still would have lived, but
I think Pip got hit by like 7 currents, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm pretty cool.
You are cool, Pip. This is going to be a 65.7 wipe.
Okay.
I'm just...
So do we stop DPS at like 0.9 or something?
Yeah, if we
so
get
you're-
there early, just stop, so I'm right, but for it in Evoker buff. Just for it, and then we're good.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The age of the Incarnates begins!
Hold for breath.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And just spark.
Elements
Ooh.
answer to
4,
me!
3, 2, 1.
Nothing will be left
3, 2, 1.
Fucking changer.
Oh, I just ran into it. Definitely.
And looking for breath and to push back 2.
Ooh.
Whenever able. You can get Carly instead. And then we 3 heal it. It's 3 heal.
4,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Don't even.
The elements answer to me.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.
I just have to resist the urge to turn around and get that spark.
Ooh.
I'm insta like interrupting and taunting it. I mean gripping it, sorry. So I don't think you need to worry about leftover ones near us.
I think you're also within, definitely in mind, some of the shaman's range if it looks like one's there going long.
Yeah, because I just snap rotate to CC it and get meleeed.
For 250k.
Yep.
Do you have shield block up?
I do. Unfortunately,
Is your shield broken,
block's not
Growlithe? It's
360.
okay.
Do you have an int weapon on?
Hey, one
Maybe.
time that happened.
That's a classic.
Yeah, but for how long?
Oh, we looked at logs. It was only that night.
It was like a raid. Come on.
Like, I don't think it was the whole week, just basically that one re-clear.
That's enough for me.
Did you kill bosses with the int weapon equipped?
Oh, he did.
I think we were like
Not a faded.
re-clearing or...
Yeah, I had to go with
Yeah.
a faded week, right?
It is like stuff we were doing, so then, yeah.
Please come again.
Evographs.
There's a bubble in the soul well.
Do you think it's poisoning the soil?
Yes.
It's
5,
moving.
4, 3, 2, 1.
The age of the Incarnates begins!
Look for breath.
5, 4,
Okay.
3.
Bro, who was that, man? You were like right beside the whole group.
3, 2, 1.
Ooh. I think this is a dead end. Yeah.
What the fuck was that, man?
What do you mean? I didn't see it.
Bro, the bomb was like right here. Where I am.
Yeah, that's not great. I do feel like... let me actually see. Let's go ahead and take a break.
Was inevitable.
It's a tiny bit early, but...
Ooh.
He's checking the replay.
I'm actually gonna... it feels like we've been getting chunked by the bombs more than last Thursday, and part of that is definitely cooldown stuff, but I think part of it is maybe they're just closer.
We just taking 3% more.
I mean, yeah, we're taking 3% more. Like, we don't have Devo on one set of sparks. We don't have barrier on one set of bombs. We, like, it's just, I think we're going to be taking more all the time. Which, not ideal.
Yeah, I don't know how far back you want me to go.
Further than that.
Like, talking like
I mean, I can show you pretty much the exact spot I want every single one of them to go to.
okay.
So like, red one needs to be kind of this distance. Mid one needs to be essentially on this orange orb, maybe like a couple steps closer in. So like mid one is kind of here-ish, and then blue is similar to the red side. Just you want to be here. I mean, it's pretty far, but you'll have speed for all of them. So anyway, we are on break, so go take a break.
Dude, I didn't notice how good my mic was until I heard myself.
Is my mic good?
It's
I
not
don't know.
bad.
It's not bad. Nice shit.
I wouldn't call it good.
It's just a typical headset mic, to be honest.
I mean, it's much better than like Growlit's old mic.
I sound terrible. Okay. Wait, I need to record myself. That's not that bad.
So we are definitely taking more damage on average from the bombs, and more than just the baseline. You know, we're taking 3% more damage, so people need to make sure they're taking them out the appropriate distance. I mean, we're obviously taking more from stuff like the volatile sparks, but there's less we can do about that, and I think it's less of an issue on those, honestly. I think Wire said he's back though, right? Yeah. Okay, let's do it.
Ape noises? Who's making an ape noise?
5.
I wish I could.
3, 2, 1.
The age of the Incarnates begins!
Look for the breath.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Let's go and tell you guys here soon.
The elements answer to me! These winds heal flesh from
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Watch breath. And then breath into pushback 2.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sparks right out.
5,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
the elements answer to me!
Watch breath. Into pushback 3.
1.
Watch breath. Last sparks coming up.
5,
There's a dead man.
4,
Before we die.
3, 2, 1.
The elements answer to me!
Oh, you're all dead. Never mind.
No, no, we're fine. Keep going.
Was inevitable.
Just jumping to the next platform.
We'll see where you did.
I was peeing when you guys pulled. I thought there was gonna be 2 ready checks. My bad. Oh, it's my bad for not going pee on the break. I have a really bad headache.
Slacker. Growlus, I think my roar may be in the, like, slightly late for that first one.
The first roar.
I don't know if it's supposed
possible.
to be. I don't know if it's supposed to be used, like, to get to the spark locations or out, moving away from the spark locations.
What?
My roar is the one that happens, it's like right after the knock away, the pushback, and then we get sparks immediately out of it. And my roar
Right
timer is telling me, to push the button like as soon as the sparks come out.
Seems like it would be before that.
I would imagine that's what I'm supposed to be doing, but I don't know.
So sparks go out at 124, and then bombs go out at 127. I guess I'm confused why 124 doesn't work.
It's not. I mean, it's not gonna hit everybody in the raid, considering I'm on the outside point.
I mean, your speed is mainly there for the bomb people.
Okay.
You can do it like 2 seconds earlier, which is I think what you'd need to cover the entire raid like you're thinking, but then I mean Roar is what, 8 seconds?
Yeah.
So I mean it's gonna cover basically 2 seconds of the duration for the spark people to run out, which is probably not super useful.
I don't know. It just seems. I don't know if I'm seeing it wrong, but it seems like a lot of people are having difficulties getting back to their spark locations right after that knockback.
I mean, your speed is not supposed to cover people getting into spark location. Your speed is supposed to cover people getting out with the bombs.
Okay. I'm just asking questions. All good.
People being in spark spots is a function of their playing the breasts with their speed properly, and like the slow people obviously are putting them at the back, like away from people if they can't get back. Oh, we need one more evoke buff.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The age of the Incarnates begins!
And 4 sparks.
3, 2, 1.
Is that much better for damage?
I mean, the first one it's always kind of tough to tell.
Okay.
Yeah, we can get the tonic, I guess. Watch breath. Sure she gets AI into her. Watch breath. Into pushback 2.
4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3,
2, 1.
The elements answer to me!
Say die, I suppose.
3, 2, 1.
These winds heal flesh from bone.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your end was
I know how I died. I pressed gate too fast. I gated backwards.
Oof.
That's the opposite of what those gates are for.
I'm so afraid of doing that.
I feel like it doesn't blow you that fast.
Nice.
Funny. No, it's
Tip
'cause
say it could have been a contender.
I was actually like pressing W, and then like I thought I was far back that I would have gated forward. And then I took a breath.
I think if you're not, since we don't have the Devo for this first set of sparks, it's probably you commit one of your personals to it. We're losing people, or having people drop very low pretty consistently on it. So just use personal on 29 seconds for now. Or when the sparks are coming out if you can't remember 29 seconds.
They can't count that high.
Everything's a blur past 25.
I have
That's
that
true.
ability.
5,
For me, it was
4,
like 22 though.
3, 2,
I meant
1.
counting wise.
Oh, I meant age wise.
Incarnates begins!
Same ABCs, once they get to J, I'm lost.
Yeah, that tracks.
Look for breath.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And sparks, remember this is personal.
Ooh. Answer to me!
3, 2, 1.
Come behind you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Where were you? Because I was mashing it.
I went through that.
It's a diagonal, I believe, with 2 gamers.
I don't know. It was right.
4,
If you're within 30 yards, you should just go on.
I bet it was 31 yards away. What is this picture you posted, by the way, Ghost?
Lemon party.
I mean, he was, according to the replay, he was like 5 yards behind you, Carly.
That was.
It
That
was a while
before
ago,
break.
yeah.
That was for sparks, like to see where the sparks were when they went off
Oh.
before break.
Like his icon was in yours during that pushback, so I don't know what happened.
Evoker and Fort.
We pause raid so I can go do the feast.
Oh wait, was that 2 or 3? I don't remember.
That was 2.
1.
Or that?
5,
Yeah.
4,
Okay.
I
3,
don't think 2 had even happened.
2, 1.
The age of the
30-second pull.
Incarnates begins!
Look for breath.
5, 4,
Into sparks.
2,
Use it personal here.
1.
The elements answer to me!
3, 2, 1.
Nothing will be left standing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Watch breath. Watch breath again.
5, 4,
2.
3, 2, 1.
Sparks right after.
5,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The elements answer to me!
Couple ones up.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Third pushback.
1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Watch breath. Skip breath because some of it flying off, I guess.
5.
Nope, maybe just didn't do.
3.
Spell Q.
Last spark's coming up.
The elements answer to me.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Fourth pushback, you can get locked.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Watch breath. Last set of bombs. And watching breath.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Into our last pushback. Which doesn't happen.
That was an easy push angle.
We have that. I fucking died too.
I placed a new gate instead of hitting forward.
Up, friends.
Well, I was mid-gate cast when I died, I guess.
Bro, at least you like ported and like you were facing the other way when you ported back, so you just fucking W keyed to your death. That was fucking cringe.
Just think, everybody, how nice it's gonna feel to get out of the phase and not have to think about breath for like a pull.
Bro, we're gonna go back to wiping it again.
Well, sure, but we'll get to start thinking about other stuff.
We're talking about thinking about breath or wins because we're gonna have to
Wins,
start
sorry,
baiting.
yes.
Okay, we're just have to start worrying about baiting breath in the intermission.
Part of me wishes I was going on vacation just 1 week earlier. No one have to do phase 1 a million times.
Did I miss Cauldron?
Oh, I wasn't using pot or the right pot, so I don't know if people need yet.
I still have one more, I think.
I have Uno Mas.
Yeah, I think we're at one more on the raid.
I'll drop after this pull, I guess.
Is there a repair bot, please?
Remember, only use it if you're at like 20%, so we can use as many repair bots as possible.
Remember, only you can prevent forest fires.
We got enough repair bots.
Only you.
It's not true. You also
die
can.
to a fucking wind like an idiot.
Evoker buff.
Actually, that's also not true because you can do that too.
Yeah. Well, I was aimed at myself.
I mean, that's also like fourth wins. Fewer people have played just because we
5,
almost always have
4,
deaths. So
3,
just
2,
make sure if we
1.
have people die, they die to stuff like that that they haven't seen as much of. Looking for breath. And for sparks.
4, 3, 2, 1.
The elements answer to me.
3, 2, 1.
And let it squeezed.
Yeah, I know.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Watch breath. And watching breath again, and we'll push back 2.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So it sparks right after.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The elements answer to me.
You're watching breath.
Oh, I'm back. Sorry.
And got enough.
4, 3,
Push back 3.
2, 1 5 4 3
That's Carl. Oh.
1
Watch breath. And last sparks.
4, 3, 2, 1.
The elements answer to me.
Watch breath. Couple sparks impact. Looks like they're good. Push back 4.
5 4 3 2
Watching breath. We can get. No, we can't, but it's fine for now. And you're looking for the breath.
Pump the boss.
5 4 3 2 1
Here you keep hitting.
5 4 3
Oh, hit it.
2
Cancel.
1
Fuck yeah.
Cancel it some.
Kinda.
We did it! What do we do now?
The blue or
Red.
Well, you should see. You
I'm
can use this.
blue.
You should see a red or blue as a reminder of like.
My tank's dead. I don't know if I want to go.
3
No, you did. Fuck you. Aiden, go tank.
Do you? Get aggro.
we just beat on these, right? Simple.
So,
Simple,
is anybody
easy,
even on?
DiGiorno.
There's like 4 people alive on red
Yeah,
side.
dude, where are you?
So
Oh, big guy.
I will show a picture, but
Oh, bruh.
so everybody should be checking to see that they see like the first breath stuff, the breath red. Everybody should be seeing all those.
Bomb.
Flame Sworn Herald. This gentleman is new.
Heal absorb? Slay.
So everybody will want those just because there's going to be other stuff to like call out, and everybody should be able to see the timers and stuff for themselves. Some initial stuff for this. So the bait timer, so when it is like, let's say it's on blue and it's counting down from, forget if it's 8 or 9 seconds is when it'll start, like on blue side. So when it hits 4 seconds on that timer, the breath has been baited and you are safe to move. So it's always you really need to pay attention when it pops up at 8 or 9 seconds until that 4 second mark, and then it's baited. And then you can move where you're supposed to. I think I might have a picture of this actually.
Are we trying to like bait it kind of behind where the direction we're moving? Or...
So you can
Visual aid.
So I think this is what people did on heroic and stuff anyway. So like blue side you're moving counterclockwise, red side you're moving clockwise. I think that's what we would have done on heroic, but if not, that's how each side is going. So they're the opposite of each other. But for instance, on blue side, which you can see on the picture, it's got a blue ring in the center, if you can't tell.
Oh, I didn't actually at first.
So on blue side, that means essentially there's 2 ways each side can play. So if blue side has the first breath, everybody on blue side will be on that right side of the first ad. You'll be kicking the kickable ads, which is what the kick rotation is for. And then as soon as that first breath is baited on you, that is when the blue side would start using their Druid Knocks, or it would be gripping stuff to bait on that right side. Breath is baited at 4 seconds, and then you start knocking all the ads through counterclockwise out of the breath. So if you bait properly, that breath is going to be like, there is not going to have to be that much movement of all those ads, but you need to make sure you're all on that right side because it's baited at the largest clump of players. So it'll be, again, kicks, and this goes for both sides. Basically, kicks are like your initial stuff for those small ones, and then when you have to move because of a breath, that is when the rings, the druid knocks, the evoker knocks, that sort of stuff comes into play. So you need to be stingy with the knocks, except around breath movement, let's say.
And is
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing with kicks loaded on our side. Is that going to be something with you are so going to be so far on the other side that war is going to need to do something, or should it still work?
I am guessing it will work.
You were dead,
right
so
now.
I don't know.
Right now, Bigwigs is set to assign it. I also have it set up where we can swap over to a backup auto marker if Bigwigs is doing weird stuff. So we'll see when we get there clean, I guess is my answer to that. It should just work with Bigwigs, though.
And my question was target priority. Are we cleaving off of the Mythic ad or the Tornado guy?
Okay, so this, I don't want to dive too deep into this since we're still basically in phase 1 prog.
Yeah.
But the Mythic ads are always prio. So how blue side should go, let's say it's you get first breath on blue side. So you will finish killing that first set of ads after the first breath. So like you'll have to knock them, and then you will plant wherever is safe from that breath, and you'll start finish killing all those ads. Then you are not going to move on to the next set yet. You're going to wait. War can go like hit the second ad you're moving to, but nobody else is like going to blast that and break that shield. A range can maybe chip it a tiny bit, but you don't. You basically are staying between the first and the second ad until your next breath is baited. Then you're going on to that second ad. So if you're on red side, it would be the same if you have first breath, but it's basically flipped if you have second breath. So in terms of ad killing, the Mythic ad is prio, and for blue side, we actually expect to play one absorb shield on first and third on blue side. So where you really need cooldowns on blue side is on the second Mythic ad, because that ad has to die before it does its absorb cast. So that is the key part of blue side. So let me make sure I have the time right. So at 4:30 on the blue side, second ads will be up, and that Mythic ad has to die before it has a cast. And so what it should look like, since it's 4:30, is that 4:30 or 3:30?
Definitely not 3:30. 3 minutes.
It is 4. So second ads should be 4 minutes. And so it'll be basically meta, like the end of Incarn, whatever Co has for cooldowns, both rogue sets of cooldowns, I think 2 minutes, I'm guessing. It'll be Carly's staff. It'll be basically a whole host of cooldowns at that 4-minute mark. For red side, the Mythic ad is prio once it shields itself, is basically the difference. So as soon as it shields itself, you need to be like pre-pulling some resources, and then we have 6 seconds to burn 1.6 million. So I have
it's
like
one of those. Okay.
Yeah, and then I will always get the kick on that, so everybody else can like use their kicks on small ads. So I have like some pretty detailed cooldown stuff, but I don't know that we even need to think about that right now. Like if we get there consistently tonight, I'll post it. But let's worry about phase 1 now. You can pocket that little bit of positioning that we talked about. What else is there? There's a lot, but like, well, let's start pushing through the phase cleanly so people can like start seeing stuff.
I have a question about kicks. Will it matter? Like, are we gonna be wanting to move the casters when they're getting kicked?
It will depend a little bit on which breath you have, first or second, on your platform.
Because all 3 warlock kicks are a stun.
Yeah, there's not a ton we can do about that, but most of the time when we're moving, that will be taken care of by Nox, which both sides should have enough of.
Are we doing a second call to personal?
Yeah.
Since you gave me 20 more rank 2s today. Dick.
I mean,
I know.
Wow. Rice
Pure
got
RNG.
a whole lot the other night.
Pip wants you to answer your question, I think.
That is way off my screen at this point with
She wanted to
is
know if
she
she was
going to
healing. Which side? Is she going to be on the same side every week, whether she's healing or DPSing, or is it going to be different?
You are on red side for now because that is what Raisins is solo healing. You will
but
be
as a
on,
DPS,
you
what
will be
side?
on blue side when Raisins is back, though.
Owned.
Okay, thanks.
So you will have to learn both of them.
That to you?
Yeah, two literally just ended Pip's career.
Yeah, goddamn.
Fucking savage.
Blue side is the harder side, by the way. So if you're assigned to that one,
5,
enjoy.
You get
4,
evoker buff,
3,
please.
2,
Boss is
1.
fucking easy.
The age of the Incarnates
Austin's dead on my screen.
begins.
I don't know about that.
You might want to get your screen checked.
Oh, true.
You might pull LeBron on your screen.
I hope not having evoker buff.
It's a Raising.
I just died.
The elements answer to me.
3, 2,
Shit.
1.
Am I supposed to live that?
I didn't see it happen to you.
Ideally, yeah.
3,
I have nothing up for that. I guess that's weird, man.
That's correct.
Like, I don't have defensive to spare if I get that mechanic.
Well, I mean, you're having to use defenses on the sparks right before that you normally wouldn't. Because that's normally covered with Devo.
4, 3, 2,
No, I use defensive on sparks anyway, so I get killed if I don't.
Interesting.
You get booped in the danger.
5,
That was the name of my old guild.
2, 1.
The elements answer to me.
Spark went off.
Yeah. Where was
If I get that any of those sparks, I think I just die and I don't know what to do about it.
3, 2,
Yeah, I could throw an iron bark on you. But you're gonna have to call it ahead of time because I'm not gonna remember. Like
Yeah.
specifically, Aiden for spark needs the,
I mean, the only problem, I could take more defensives, but then I lose like group avoidance, which I think is more valuable.
I don't have a target for my iron bark, so if you want to call it,
Yeah,
it's gonna
okay,
be
let's
up
do
that
that.
early. I threw a rejuve on you, but then you were dead, instantly.
Also,
Oh, yeah, you only have 2 things on your frame right now. What do you not have right now?
I don't have Fort Brew. I dropped Fort Brew to get both this and this.
I don't know, you just got hit by a swirly on the ground.
I did not.
He was at 20.
Yes, you did.
You did,
Oh,
but you
you
only
did.
had 15k HP when it
Oh,
hit you.
but that
Lightning strike.
if you survive, you survive.
Oh, Lightning Strike is the swirly. Okay, I just didn't see it
Yeah,
there.
you lived with like 16k HP, and then got
Alright.
bolted half a
So you
second
might want to
later.
take the bark anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely take that bark though.
Yeah, you weren't living comfortably.
Or the
What do
one.
other people do for that? Like, does everyone have a defensive every time they get that mechanic?
Rare and good living.
I have
I have
something.
tattoos.
I don't really get close to dying for that mechanic.
Really? That should
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
so hard.
It doesn't
Why did it
really.
hit me so hard?
Something must have happened because
you
I
stank.
usually Don't.
Were you particularly close to the other person with it?
No, I mean they both.
No, the
Yeah.
most you got hit by another one was
Just
Also, wouldn't that other person
dwarf
be
that
low?
one.
Not necessarily. They might have a defensive, or they might be a warlock, or they might be a bear.
Bear.
Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I don't know. I could just pre-healthstone it or something. Also.
yeah, because you were also.
Oh, we need Fort and Evoker.
I mean, he was topped at 3.7, so like there's not much
he had
more
the
you can do.
lash, though.
Yeah, I know, but there's like nothing else you can do. Like I threw a hot on him, but if he's running out, he's gonna be out of range.
I could just use defensives that I would normally use on sparks.
If
But,
you get that combo, yeah, but just call for bark if it's on.
Yeah, I mean, on a normal night, every spark is covered with either like a shout or a devo or something like that. So sparks hurt, but like everyone should be able to survive them without a personal most of the time.
Oh, walk you put on a table.
Yes.
You didn't take 80, Kelly?
No, I didn't.
Save Night Chaos.
Thank you.
It costs Primal Chaos to take Mage Food now?
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
5,
Yep.
4,
100%.
3,
Wait, what?
2, 1.
Nice, we're going up.
Age of the Incarnates begins.
Inflation, yeah.
Also, I still didn't get assigned a spot. I don't really know how that weak is supposed to work. I don't know what's wrong with my weak auras, but I never get assigned a spot. I just like waited for the other people to get in position and then went out.
Delete all of them and go again.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I can't. Is there not just one weak aura that does it? It's like 4 different ones that work together.
It's the whole pack.
Yeah, I mean, my guess is it's something tied into everything else in the pack, but don't really know.
I just need the 2.
God, is there not just like one weak aura that does it? Is that not like a thing?
I mean, not
two that just
there.
doesn't.
There might be another weak aura that is out there, but not the one we're using. We don't spot.
You need assignments and you need the liquid.
When I have overdose, it just doesn't show up sometimes. I don't know why.
2.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sparks.
The elements answer to me.
We can get rolling. And push back.
1.
Catch breath. Last sparks coming up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The elements answer to me.
5, 4, 3,
And our last pushback.
1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Breath. Careful bombs. And watching for breath.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Gonna be a tight one here.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
The elements answer to me.
We can live like a 20 stack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's light work. Healers. 1 heal.
Bark.
1 rejuve, please.
honestly don't think the check is that tight, assuming we play it clean. It's tight, but
Like a tiger.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The age of the Incarnates begins!
Watch breath.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Into spark position.
1.
The elements
5,
answer to me!
4, 3, 2, 1.
Get more inside.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Watch breath. And breath again. And push back.
4, 3,
And recoup.
2, 1.
This is sparks right
5,
after.
5,
3,
4,
2,
2, 1.
The elements answer to me!
Watch breath.
5, 4, 3, 2,
3.
1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Watch breath.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Into last sparks.
The elements answer to
One in
me!
the far back.
Got it.
Watch breath.
4, 3, 2, 1.
We're dead.
It was not mine.
I think it was mine because I had the bomb so I couldn't do it.
3,
Can somebody link the 2 weak auras to assign you where you're supposed to go? I just don't know why it doesn't work for me.
Your end was inevitable.
Why don't you want to get the pack?
I do. I have the pack.
And make sure you check the load conditions if he's got it set
they're
for
good.
Warlock or something.
I double checked them.
I feel like they've been linked to you like 3 times at this point.
Yeah, I don't know what's causing it.
This is gonna sound crazy, but have you tried shoving a finger up your ass?
The 2 people who I've linked them tonight, do they work for you? I think it's Roldy and someone else. Will she?
I'm gonna be
Sorry,
honest.
what'd you say?
I don't even know what I'm looking at anymore.
Alright. Fucking. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
This guy gets it.
I just remember my. What are we talking about?
Bomb positioning.
I only caught the end,
Oh,
but I'm
that-
pretty
yeah,
sure he's
yeah,
talking, or Ghost is talking about the spiral.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm not talking about
Yeah. We might be snoozing on that, but yeah. Thank you for reminding me.
And your notes open even if it's shoved off your screen. right?
I don't know who you're talking to. Well,
Just Aiden. I'm trying to.
No,
isolate the
that's
other-
right in the middle of my screen. Yeah, it's open. I've had both those weak auras, so I imported just a 2 for both of them, so it doesn't change anything. Like, there's got to be something else that I'm missing, and I just don't know what it is. It doesn't matter. I barely get the thing, so it's whatever. We'll figure it out later.
vocal buff.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The age of the Incarnates begins!
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Into first spark spot.
The elements
Ooh.
answer to me!
3, 2, 1.
These winds heal flesh.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Watch breath.
Fucking atomizer.
And then breath into pushback 2.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, my gate is there.
The elements answer to me!
Boss turned and I ported behind the boss and then I got yeeted off the short end.
That happens.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Nothing will be left standing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your end was inevitable.
Can we also avoid putting that stupid recalibrator thing in the middle of the platform? It really fucks with me when I'm shape-shifting. If I run over that by mistake.
Same.
Wait, just kick you out of form?
No,
you just don't see the forms.
I don't know what form I'm in because
right
they're all the same, except for one glows. But that's the easy one.
Yeah, who would put that down right in the middle here?
Wouldn't be Phallus.
Evoker buff.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, that's the right button.
And watch breath.
5, 4, 3,
I just think Spark struck way before others.
Your mom.
Code?
Spread. Can get code. And that spread. And push back.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And then sparks right after.
4,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The elements answer to me!
Watch breath.
I just giga lagged the
Push back 3.
3, 2, 1.
Into breath out of it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Watch breath.
Yo, alright, this time spiral shit's fucking annoying.
Like, why are we waiting on it?
No, I'm sorry, that's what happened.
3, 2.
I just did enough.
That's stuff fine.
Keep it tight. So.
Answer to me!
4, 3, 2, 1.
Your end was inevitable.
Yeah, I mean that time spiral can be pretty early too, so you don't have to like hold it for just the right time.
Yeah, 'cause it's like, what, a 10-second buff for a 3-second wind?
Something like that.
I need to repair Ellie.
It's raining Reeves.
Yo?
I guess the plural of Reeves would just be Reeves.
Yes.
Disappointing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The age of the Incarnates begins!
Watch breath.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Here's the spark spot.
The elements
4,
answer to me!
3, 2, 1.
These winds heal flesh.
4,
Into
3,
range.
2, 1.
Watch breath. And breath again and go into
4, 3, 2, 1.
These winds heal flesh.
4, 3,
5,
sparks out of this.
2, 1.
The elements answer to me!
We're okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Push back 3.
That's fair.
5, 4, 3, 2,
You can get out after watch breath. Get rice if we can.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Gonna need help at the back.
Yeah, we're gonna have a ton of sparks here.
5, 4, 3,
Look at the great punches go.
1.
I actually don't know what I died to that time.
Well, Ellie was dead when you died. A couple people kind of rotted on that one.
Was inevitable.
Yeah, Ellie was dead, and then you got the electric.
Yeah, you were like sub 40% when the bombs were
Yeah.
going out.
Yeah, it was Ellie died, and then healers got bombed, so we were running out, and then we just fell behind.
Also, the static charges went off at different times. That was the confusing thing.
I
So
think
had
if someone
defensive-
dies with
If
this,
someone dies, it'll go
Yeah,
off.
if somebody dies,
Okay.
it goes off early.
I thought the first hit go off, and I thought I was fine after that, and then 2 more went off and killed me.
Oh, I died from the winds. I died from Little Piss. Got a Hellstone, but before I noticed, my health was already low, and I died.
I'm actually not ready. I need 30 seconds. Yeah, I'm good now.
Raid buffs, raid buffs.
Wait, I don't have enough money to repair.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, use guild repairs.
Wait. Oh, never mind. Wait. Uh-oh. I have 20 gold left, boys.
Wait,
Wait,
were
use
you
the
out
guild
of
repairs.
They buffed world. There's a world quest out there right now that's just 1,000 gold. Spend 5 minutes, go do it.
Yeah, I'll go do that. I'll go do
and then
that.
do a key.
Yeah, but really, not using guild repairs?
No, I click guild repair. Maybe it's because I'm a trial. I don't know.
5,
No, I'm pretty sure
Everybody
you
should have them, yeah.
2,
It used
guys
my
all have the
gold
same.
and the guild. It used a combination of both.
Begins.
Five, 4, 3,
Oh my god.
2, 1.
Okay.
The elements
5,
answer to me.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Get it.
4,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh,
Yeah, it's okay. We'll go again.
Your end was inevitable.
I just wanted Bomani to spend more gold.
Girls, can I put the gate here so when someone spams it, they go to fucking Egypt?
What? Isn't that what people are doing already?
You could put one slightly ahead, but it's faced completely backwards.
Keats, why would no?
Takes them further to the back.
You know, the person who's gonna take that first is Rice.
100%. I
Rice,
mean,
you're gonna end up being the one person to take it.
and we will all hear about it in Discord.
Oh, I don't know why I hit ready.
Took my gold back with interest.
Oh, yeah. How much did you give me? I wasn't even... Oh, 5K? Okay, okay.
Evoker and Fort.
A good song.
I'm
Fort,
ready.
And then whenever worse. Never mind.
No, whenever war is what? Tell us.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The age of the Incarnates begins!
Jesus. 5, 4, 3,
Spark
2,
1.
1.
The elements
5,
answer to
4,
me!
3, 2, 1.
These winds heal flesh.
One behind you.
5, 4,
Take boss.
3, 2, 1.
Watch breath. And then breath it and push back 2.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sparks after this.
3, 2, 1.
The elements answer to me!
Get rolling. And push back 3. It says wash of your spiral.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Watch breath. Can we get it?
5,
Nope, neither of them.
3, 2, 1.
There's gonna be one in the back left behind you.
Yep.
You can just die.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That wins. Breath. And
Your end was inevitable.
wins, I
3,
think.
2, 1.
Yeah. Fort and Evoker buff.
I think I've got one more in me before my time runs out.
Put another quarter in.
Is that how it works? I don't know.
A lot of places went by the hour.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The age of the Incarnates begins!
Watch breath.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Get him.
The elements
Ooh.
answer to me.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, you're on the other side of the boom.
Yeah, we'll get him in our
3, 2, 1.
Nah, I'm gonna get him now.
Watch breath.
I'm the best. Don't.
Get him. And watch your breath. Push back 2.
4, 3, 2,
Come get on.
1.
Say sparks right after.
Okay, this has got to be all the
3,
5,
4,
3, 2.
They're dying too close together. There's still 30 seconds, right?
The elements answer to me.
Just die.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But did you get the spark?
Your end was inevitable.
I don't even know if that's what it was. I was just doing a callback.
I actually did have a spark go off at the end, but it was we were wiping anyways.
Yeah, I don't think that one counts. I heard just die and I didn't use any of my abilities.
I got one more. If we hurry up.
Quick pull.
Are they kicking you out of the cafe?
Down a repair bot real quick.
Just time's running out.
How long until you're like back at your PC?
Hopefully I get it back by Monday.
So,
Only 2 more days.
But we need 14, then we're good.
Only
a couple
Warcraft
people
is
are a
on
little-
G-Force now.
A little broken, but it'll be fine.
There's a repair down.
Bot.
It's the last pull, so just don't die and you're fine.
Let me know when you're good, Pip.
Just kill the boss. You don't die.
That was an option all along.
It's the secret option.
5, 4,
It's the dev
3,
option.
2, 1.
The age of the Incarnates begins.
Damn. I think it was the first time I pulled early.
The hunter thing.
And look for breath.
5, 4,
Into sparks.
3, 2, 1.
The elements answer to me.
3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Watch breath. Breath again, and push back.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And this is sparks after.
5, 4, 3,
4,
2,
2, 1.
The elements answer to me.
Push back soon.
4, 3, 2, 1.
This is third, right?
This is third.
Okay.
Make sure you spiral out.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Watch breath. And then bombs and
5,
fiberglass sparks.
3, 2, 1.
The elements answer to me!
Ooh.
Much
breath.
3,
Give Christ.
2.
To our last pushback.
Ooh. 4, 3, 2.
Watch breath.
I realized that I didn't have the port up.
Keep pushing. And watch breath.
Ooh. 4, 3, 2. 1.
Whoosh.
Game over, man. Game over.
5, 4, 3, 2. 1.
The elements answer to me!
Venus Wendy's.
Well, she died because they kicked him out of the cafe.
Really?
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Oh, seeing as he was first released, no.
Oh, there he goes.
Hi, Washi.
He's offline.
Okay, we are done. I think we should be at least somewhat back to normal or initial comp tomorrow. So,
Am I coming in tomorrow, or can I like? I guess I'll be here. I guess.
Just show up. You'll find
I
out
mean,
then.
you should essentially always be here at the start of raid, and then
Okay.
you know, if we don't need you, like we know right away, and then you can bounce.
You're probably gonna be in for me all next week.
Okay.
Now let's kill it this week. If that's all right.
Yeah.
That
We
seems
raid him
optimistic.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Seems a little ambitious.
Not ambitious enough.
That's true. You know, Keats, when you're right, you're
yes.
right.
Sure, when he says it.
Any keyers in the chat?
I haven't done a key in 4 weeks.
We know.
I find that hard to believe. Is that true?
No.
No, he's referencing something else.
I don't want to loot Council while I'm flying around in Veldrach.
You sure?
Sure.
Yeah. Dude, why can't pandas be warlocks, man? I don't want to have to use a reconfiguration thing for this boss.
Wait, why do you want to be a panda?
I just want to be a class that, or a race that's like easier to see, so that I know where
We
I'm
have one
standing.
of the dot weak auras?
I do, but it's actually off right now. I don't like it that much. I prefer to see my character than the dot, because I'm gonna glance over the dot at some point. Honestly, it really isn't a thing on any fights over this.
I'm not blaming anyone, but man, this is some brutal, like stuff just happening to our raid
All I'm saying
here in
is
the
I get
past couple
get
weeks.
all this shit like, oh my god, wow, what timing? Because like I missed the first week, two tiers in a row, and then like a quarter of the raid missing significant time on the final boss.
Well,
So
it's
what happened
not.
to Darius? He didn't even post an attendance.
He posted an officer. He just
Okay.
his flight or something got canceled. So
Yeah, he was supposed to be back today, and then flight got delayed. Should be back tomorrow, though, right? That was my.
I think so. Yeah.
That's what I was led to believe. I think Raisins is just out sick, so.
Yeah, I saw he posted something.
Yeah.
I posted out that I was going to be out next week Wednesday. I will be around on Tuesday, but I'm hoping to not be in.
That should be fine.
Just a heads up, because my flight is at 4:30 in the morning, or it's at 6:30 in the morning.
How long
But
are
I
you
gotta
gone?
be up. I will be gone Wednesday
Do
through
the
Wednesday.
following. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so like
But-
5 raid days if you're out Tuesday.
Correct.
Okay.
But if I don't raid Tuesday, I'm gonna try to hug a mythic at least and get like a mythic chest, just at a gamble at something big. Since I know I wouldn't be in the rest of the week.
Yeah, that'd be fine. I mean, I don't see a scenario where
Well, just like if other people
we have so
are,
many people out.
Yeah, if people are out, I will be around. But yeah, I have my flight at 6:30 in the morning, so I gotta get up at like 4:30.
This is how it is with guild roster though. Like when it rains, it pours. You know, no one's out for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then suddenly, at the same time, 4 people are either out or have spotty connections. Well, it's a good thing that Roldy and Walsh were both able to get on because those were slight question marks.
Well, if Walshy can't raid, we can't raid. So.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so many people rely on his cooldowns to survive.
Well, we could. Oh yeah, that's true. It's just.
Do we
the,
have an evoker ult?
Schwago.
Wham Schwago.
Yeah, Schwago, yeah, we do have an
Yeah, I mean it's just it's just a nightmare.
A lot of
like,
people just said Camp Schwager.
trying
baby.
to change stuff around on this boss every day.
Yo, the character
It's
is
either
geared,
that or
though.
don't raid,
No,
right?
it is. Like, he's a live lord.
It would be an
Camp
option,
Schwager.
yeah.
He's a live lord.
That's what they say about him, yeah.
That's what I've heard. All the way from Valheim and not doing keys in 4 weeks.
What are you all memeing? I feel like I missed this.
So Monty was like, I haven't done a key in 5 weeks, and we're like,
Oh.
why?
Just do
Why would you say that out loud?
said
Either
it in
do
the
them
middle
or
of raid
just
today.
don't say it.
Just anything that pops in his head. She says.
Yeah,
think,
I
is
know,
what
it's
it is.
Push to talk.
Is your friend?
Push to talk. True.
He might have push to talk on, to be fair.
I don't think
You should have solved
does it
Rubik's Cube to talk.
There's
Like,
definitely
he has to
been
really think about it every time.
I think
heard
he
him
should,
breathe.
he should get a pop-up. Are you sure you want to unmute?
Are you
He could like
sure
solve a
about that?
captcha every time he wants to unlock his push to talk.
He's not toxic, but like the raid doesn't need the running commentary of him trying to decipher the wins. Like I get that it's like a puzzle to solve, and we had more pulls on it. Like I get that.
I think the problem with the way he talks about stuff versus everyone else is he just starts naming class abilities. Nobody knows what the fuck he's saying. So like we don't even know how to help him. Like other people are like, what can we do about this mechanic? Just as a general. And he's just like, I pressed cheetah. And now I press turtle. And now I press disengage. Like, okay, I don't care.
What did he say? He said
It's
cheetah doesn't
also-
work.
It's also that at this point everyone has lost respect for him. So anything he says is just one more one more straw on the camel's back.
Yeah.
He's not that much worse than like Rice talking about warlock abilities.
That's true.
How do you know
Rice
Rice
also
is
does the
dead?
same thing, the open commentary of just saying shit he's doing mid-pool.
Yeah.
That's another looking good
I
season.
feel like
honestly.
Rice has been so frustrated this boss so far. He hasn't been doing that all that much though.
Oh no, we hear every time he fucking dies. I mean, we had a great one.
Eh, I feel like it's still
This
less than it
game
has been in the past.
sucks was very funny.
Anybody have any opinions on? I mean, I don't even know how to evaluate this a lot because it's like somebody dies to a wins because they fucked up, or somebody's like racing cars in the background and they fuck up, or. But so like, initially we changed to have movement on all the static charge bombs because that was fucking us up. I think with our normal healing roster, maybe that's less of an issue now, and it seems like people are struggling more with the wins. So should we shift speed back to that, which we had initially? Like,
I know personally, if I don't get speed on the static charges and I get one, I just have to waddle out. Like I have no mobility left.
yeah, I mean
So use
that
every time to
was part of that was the reason. Like comments like yours was why I swapped speed to all the bombs.
I don't think we change it.
Yeah, I think keeping speed on the bombs is gonna be the highest EV of the group, right?
Yeah, I don't.
Should have their own way to deal with the
Everyone
wins.
can. Yeah,
Everybody should, but I guess my point is more. I think the winds is the hardest part of the phase, so like this is kind of unfair, but it's also where we see like
the hardest part.
they're both like they are the two pinpoints, yes, but like we have so many people that die on winds still every single pool, and so I guess my question is just, does having speed on every one of those solve any of that?
I don't.
It wouldn't have
So a lot
solved
the
any of
deaths
my
were,
deaths.
like late time spirals, which we kind of got ironed out. Like a lot of them before tonight, where either one or the other of the evokers would be dead. So then that means there's like 3 or 4 people that are relying on it are just fucking dead. I don't know if Illy's getting a slideshow, or if he's getting like the step to the edge thing if the boss turns sometimes.
I mean, there's also
both. Actually, I'm getting both.
I mean, the boss was actually on Wara, I think, every wind except for maybe like 1 or 2 random ones tonight. It's just for some reason the boss, even when it'll be on Wara during that, she like before breath like cast has happened, all of that, it'll be on Wara, but it still is like turning to face the raid, which I don't have any like explanation for.
Yeah, I've been kind of fine with that. I still have like frame rate issues with like sliding off the edge, but that's something that I kind of did better that tonight, so I didn't.
No, you did.
I mean, I think personally where the speed helps during the winds is like moving out of the breath. Basically, it gives you that extra little safety to be able to move out of that, or like a lightning puddle on the ground is kind of where you get benefit from the tiny little bit of speed you get from roar.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just very hard to tell, because I feel like if we were to move, and I think we do still have speed on 2 of the breaths or winds, so like it's not like we don't have any.
I just think if we don't have it on the bombs, the bomb damage is going to go up a lot.
Yeah.
Because most people, I would assume most people are in a similar position to me, where it's, like you use all mobility on to get past the winds, and then you have to take a bomb out, and you have nothing left.
Or nothing get back. Either one. It's the same thing. Like,
I feel bad when I see 2U waddling out.
Yeah, like what's he gonna do? He can't leap because he has had to use it to get past the winds.
Like my win
just doesn't. Go ahead.
Or like just it's either a missed time spiral, and then tonight I just like accidentally cast a gate instead of port. Like speed isn't gonna help with those kinds of deaths. Right? We know how to do the winds. Use reps on those.
My favorite is thinking I'm disengaging, or charging, and instead disengage.
That's mostly because of the portal, or the, whatever, the recalibrator thing, or whatever?
Yeah, well, it was mostly that, but I did have a couple of them. But there's like, I managed to hit wild charge, like, I queued it up, and then shapeshifted. So it looks like I'm actually disengaging well in cat form. Very funny, actually.
It's actually somewhat surprising how tighter our damage check is too, even with Ventus. It'll be fine, like we're gonna get more and more damage as people learn to play it better. Like,
what DPS are we missing that we had last week?
Pip.
Someone check what key.
Yeah, it's just Bomani was in for Pip, and then Pip and Ellie in for Raisins and Marius.
The concerning things is when you see
have a 1e2 Shadow Moon.
a dash next to somebody's eye level cars.
On wipes?
Yeah, that means that they're typically like lower, like there's nobody that really has that low eye level.
Yeah, but like on a wipe, does the eye level parts even mean anything?
No, he's just saying that some people are very low eye level.
Yeah.
Saying there would be a number there.
Shamans.
Yeah,
there would be more damage if shamans were not so low eye level.
I see, yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, there's a dash next to both of them.
Our group DPS was higher tonight. Which makes sense as we had Vantas, but
I mean, we had Vantas, and also I think Bomani is going to knock that up a little bit.
Yeah, BM single target.
Yeah.
I'm doing also just really suffer from running out of bomb.
More than last week.
Yeah, it's part of the reason why, though we are memeing that, you know, Bomani says he hasn't run keys in how many weeks. There are other people that have not run keys in
I
as
tried to
long.
drag him. I managed to conscript. I mean, you guys do a pretty good job of at least getting Pip into 1 over the weekend.
I got Ko his key.
I fucking got
We got Pip one last night at like midnight. You know what you did?
Midnight. It's like 2 a.m.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I did a key with Ko today, so that's done. That's 1 key at least. But like, if they're 414, there's got to be eye level upgrades just from Mythic Plus.
Yeah, just I mean you can get like straight 415.
Yeah.
They can also
My
craft things if
evoker
you're
is
doing enough stuff to get sparks, but they aren't.
They can. I mean, we talk about this like almost every tier though. It's not like this is a like our commitment outside of raid. This is like they have to get to 2400, then they have to farm keys for the concentrated essence. It's like, sure, they should have been doing that beforehand, but like we have never really said, oh, you must do, you know, 4 to 8 hours of stuff outside of raid every week. Like, that's just not something we've done before.
Yeah, so we just kind of browbeat them into doing it if we can.
How do we get them to log every 30 minutes until break?
Wait, why are
Every 30 minutes?
Bottle
For
essence.
the sparks.
Yeah, for the bad luck protection on essences.
Yeah.
Problem is they need to do Mythic Plus to be able to craft 418 gear anyways, because they won't have the
They don't have the score, god damn it.
Not even the score.
Yeah,
they
don't have that's what I'm saying. Like this is not a like, oh, they need to do 1 key a week and then like sure that like they should do
plant this tree 20 years ago.
they should do a key a week to get the 421. But if you're saying, oh, they can just upgrade it, no, like they have to get to 2400. They have to get all the concentrated whatever it's called. Like
We should just carry them through keys, to be honest. Like,
Yeah, but they just don't want to log in and do it.
yeah,
Like,
we all know they
No, I
can
mean
do
like
it.
they log in and go AFK and do something else. We like hard carry them through a key, just like you do with buyers.
Well, I know with Ko, he's only available before raid, which is why he often doesn't get keys done because
Yeah,
he's
I
on
mean,
like right before raid.
Ko is like a baker or something. So he's up at like 4 in the morning, I'm presuming. Like he's not doing keys after raid.
I'll boost him for like pastries.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't like for some people to be higher item level, but I'm also not even, when I say our DPS is low, not even specifically looking at them. Like, there's a whole lot of people that have item level that also like our in general our damage is low. I feel like.
Look at me. Stop.
There's such a
can
wild
probably do more.
variation between me if I don't get bombs or get 2 bombs.
I was running unoptimal talents last week.
I mean, I'm running non-optimal single target talents because we need to kill the ads in the second phase, is what I was told, and it's what everyone's playing anyways. So I could spec more single target damage.
I mean, I don't think we look to our Windwalker Monk to bump up our single target damage.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
generally
I think
it would be silly, but I could do it.
I might go flip Incarnate and see how that plays.
Also, I mean, I could go if needed. Like, I could go assassination for boss damage if we really need that. Like, it does do more.
I could switch to using expensive files.
Which ones do you need? Corrupting?
Yeah.
I can give you 100 of those if you want. I can literally give you all the ones you want because I can guarantee to make them in.
He just doesn't give a shit.
I mean, Kitchen, the single biggest thing that's going to increase our group DPS is fucking creep torches.
I tried today. I tried.
I know. This is so unfortunate.
I was in a group with, I think it was 30 people on 6 items dropped. No grief torches.
Jesus.
None was in my box. But maybe it'll pay off. Maybe next week if I don't raid Tuesday into Pug 2, maybe I'll somehow get an icon and come back to a Mythic Grief Torch in a bot.
Why
Just come back zooted.
Why does the fucking Storm's Fury event not count towards Catalyst, but like these Blue World quests do?
Don't know.
I don't know.
That's so weird. I just spent 30 minutes doing it and I didn't get anything. Or 20 minutes.
Remember when TU lied to us and told us the crafting orders applied?
What?
No, that was because hunts were
I
delayed.
know.
The servers were so lagged.
I
I
noticed.
did a hunt, went back, hearthed back to town, did 2 crafting orders, and then I got like 10% popped in.
Oh my god.
That's so funny.
It was
Just
a good
have
lie, though.
4 tunes at the
That's
feast.
a really good lie, yeah.
Knock out the feast, Catalyst done.
Oh, the feast does it?
It's 25% burst. We only need to do 4.
25%
Oh, wow.
fees?
I just fly around
Damn.
doing the Blue World quest usually, and I figured Storm's Fury would count,
Mr.
but it
Keys.
just doesn't.
I just do some stuff, you know? Maybe you do a key or 2. Maybe you do a bunch of 2s on Mossholm.
Just do 5 fucking world bosses.
That works too.
Yeah, that's annoying. I just want to do them all on one character. I don't want people logging in and out and doing it on different characters. So I just fly around and do everything on one guy.
I stopped doing that. I just get some people. I didn't remember. My Warlock at this point, upgrade-wise, is pretty much... Yeah, I'm just rolling dice on 421 vaults every week now.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
there's nothing I can get except for like that.
The only thing I can get is I can get a spark for bracers upgrade, but then I would also need to take a socket out of my vault in order to make it an upgrade. And icon, mythic icon. Those are the only 2 things that aren't dice roll upgrades.
I could have used one of the Diurna daggers. That would be pretty nice.
I miss fucking Dinar. Can we have Dinar
Yeah,
again?
same.
Yeah, we gotta re-clear Golfs, then we'll have more damage.
We could.
We'd all have
No!
to drink it.
Yucky, gross. Ugh.
We need more plate belts.
The amount of damage we gained is like, it's not that much from
It's not
reclaiming,
enough
is it?
to. Yeah, it's not going to solve our problems.
I don't think it's worth the damage gain isn't worth the potentially getting stuck on Dathia for a week.
We still have
Well,
not.
we would hold a lockout
Also, the
somewhere.
experience just from pulling the boss is way more valuable than the damage
Yeah.
we get from somebody maybe getting one piece.
We have not had one pull where someone has not died before the push either. Like,
Which, I mean, I think is not... Like, I think it's going to be that way for many more pools still, like even deep into Prague. So, like, we do have to be able to push with, like, somebody dying and getting a res.
I think one
But-
person dying is probably better than 0 people dying just because of the 5
Probably
grief
because of
torches.
the Grief Torch, but
We have 5.
Then we only have 5?
2, 3, 4, 5.
I haven't counted since, like, the
We have
first week, so I'm not sure.
It's
Jesus.
6. Okay.
That seems like pretty low.
We're kind of.
Well, a lot of people can't even use it. It's only actually.
Yeah, actually, I was going to ask, how many people came?
I could use
These
one.
were
I think
cursed stuff
Paralysis
from
could use
Incarnate
one.
icons we
Does he? Should Bomani be using his? Didn't he have one?
He
I'm not
does.
sure.
Probably maybe something seems better.
The problem is you can't sim the worth of a
Can't
Grief
sim.
Torch.
That's true.
Austin. People are using Grief Torch. It's the most popular trinket for Rouse. I think he has
For
one.
Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a fight where
Especially-
someone's gonna die. I mean,
Yeah, someone's gonna die in phase 1, and that extra damage could push you over. I don't know what he's playing though. I
it's a
can look it up.
14-minute long fight. Multiple people are gonna die.
Yeah, at the end of the fight, you're like sacrificing 3 people.
Warrior still doesn't use it.
Puzzle box current. That's not bad, but I think Grief Torch current is pretty good.
It's definitely a hard fight, though.
It's hard for some people, which is so. That's the messed up part.
The annoying thing is, like, the only hard mechanic for me at all is when I get the bomb. Like, other than that, the
Yeah.
entire fight is a joke, and I get the bomb
Same
once
here.
every 5 pulls, so, like,
Yep.
I don't even get experience doing it.
This fight is made for Rogue. Like, Rogue has an
Made for
answer to like
DK,
every
man.
mechanic.
Yeah, it's DK.
Fucking DKs.
Oh yeah, DK got them too.
second.
But some people are just like on a struggle
Yeah,
bus 'cause, like their class is just so bad.
Like Pip and like Ellie and like anyone who just like needs to get rescued or gripped to survive.
Yeah.
Like what the you can't do anything. You're just hoping
Or
people
have
they
to
save
rescue.
you.
Yeah, that feels real bad.
Or like, yeah. And they just designed this. They were like, we have this new class.
Yep, that's
This
what
race
happened.
is gonna have a ton of movement shit.
Also, like a lot of this, like I mean, this is like also about the rogues, but like a lot of the time I'll look and you guys will just have cheat death on cooldown, where like normal classes would have just died, and you're just like, well, I can just die twice. Who cares? Like that's another thing that's just like. I
My
wish
cheat
I had
goes on
something like
cooldown a
that.
lot because of my frame rates. It shouldn't be going on cooldown.
Sure, but it's still going on cooldown. It's just like an extra.
No, I'm just saying that I'm better than even that.
Oh.
Just have it just being dying is that it's like I can feint for every single bomb, so I should never actually be able to. I have a really bad time like timing that stuff properly because I'm just not playing a normal fight. I've gotten better. I was able to get them off a lot more. But like, I'm not even kidding. Rogue has a legitimate answer for like, every single.
I mean, not
I mean,
cheat death's not cooldown. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, you only have cheat once. Those thing. I like to try and save it for certain
Like
things.
you play danger mode and then you play safe mode.
No, you know,
You
maybe.
wait for a cheat to pop and then you hit.
Yeah.
yeah, like well, you still have cheat. You don't need to lose damage because you have that to fall back on.
You think I'm losing
Frequently
damage? I'm
the,
playing in multiple frames. I can count them. One.
The moments when I would faint happen when I'm in Shadow Dance, so that's like pretty cringe.
That stuff usually happens like before, so I'm fine spinning a button. I get like mechanics burning out.
I just realized
off
the
time
Storm's
stuff.
Fury, it doesn't give you the content or whatever, like the catalyst charge until you open the chest. I just had the chest in my
Yeah.
bag and opened it. That's funny.
Oh, that's the same with like constant stuff. You have to open the box to get it.
Oh, that might have been what happened to you then.
No, it's crafting orders.
100%.
You just didn't do enough crafting orders.
I can't believe you can fucking live a lightning breath on Warlock. So
What?
It doesn't kill you quick enough. Yeah.
It doesn't kill you quick enough.
I lived on the cheap, but that's
I just walked out of it.
Awesome.
I got clipped and it didn't hit me fast enough, and I just walked out of it.
That's so funny. You can just
What, like 150k at a 0.2 second tick or something?
Yeah. Yeah, I lived 2 ticks and walked out.
I'm pretty sure that I've charged through 1v4.
You know, charging through makes sense because it doesn't one-shot you. Like it just ticks really fast.
Yeah,
if
it
you're
just
dashing
ticks
through
really
it.
fast. It's just I just like had up Dark Pact, so I was fine. And just
Yep.
walked out.
Dark Pact is what? Like
And then he waddled away.
When I Dark Pact, I have over 500k health.
yeah, so it's like 100 plus K.
It's a 200k shield,
200K,
so I have 600k
yeah.
health.
Not sick.
Yeah, 100k is
Not
that's
great.
a Ret Paladin.
Yeah.
For
Good
now.
defensives. For now, that's true.
Yeah,
They are
with Fort,
fixing
I
it
have
allegedly.
exactly 400k health right now.
Allegedly, they're giving it fucking one of the talents that you just like can get after picking your cooldown on the class tree is like you have 20% increased health, 10% increased armor, and you take 10% reduced damage from AoE attacks.
That thing is got
It's gonna get
thing
nerfed,
is
but
just
that's like fucking
separate warrior
ridiculous.
talents in one.
All of it
Yeah,
has
it's
to be tuned
absurd.
down a lot. Like,
Yeah.
Red and Crowd are just going to be brokenly good if they went live as is
You're
now.
playing Red next tier.
I mean, I would if it's necessary, but who knows? I also don't want to be like the only paladin that have to play Devo because that's awful. Like a lot of Ret's balancing comes from the fact that they get to play Red Aura. So
Nah,
you
it's
lose
gonna-
no damage.
Growls will be back on Paladin too. With
I mean,
ships like that.
I feel like if you are playing a single Paladin and like it goes through as is, you're basically going to have a weak aura that says, oh, you have proc the red aura thing on the raid. Now you swap to Devo, and then like.
I mean, you could do that now,
Then you
but
swap
nobody
back,
cares.
and then forth, and then back and forth.
Well,
like the Red Paladins now just only hold it, and like every 30 seconds you get the free Seraphim.
Well, in next patch, which is 10% damage for the group.
Yeah, I mean, then you also just keep it on all the time. Maybe they're just reworking it to, like, it's still not going to be worth spending globals on it, for, like, damage-wise.
It wasn't a global.
I would love to skip ahead in the story here in the next, year or two, where they start removing that shit and go back to bring the player not to class.
Oh, I'd love that.
Get to that part. It's like, you know what's gonna happen. It's just we're not at that part of the circle yet.
Yeah.
Well, like you want them to remove all the raid debuffs?
I would like.
I want them to bring scrolls back. I wouldn't mind not running a priest if we could scroll, or not running a mage if we could get, 70% of the buff just by having a scroll. I'm not sure why that's not in the game.
You could have run Shadow though, or have him sit.
I would love
Oh, it's
for
fine.
drums not to be half a hero.
Exactly.
Go like dog shit.
Every MDI healer has to have lust. We don't take it.
There are a lot of ways to get lost, though. I mean, I think.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with.
I mean, when drums were 25% compared to 30% hero, I thought that was fine.
I don't mind drums in their current state. Like, it's not ideal, but
Healer speaking.
I want.
A lot of
I want
people
those
like to
plus
have their
back.
like. A lot of people like the fact that they bring this buff or this thing as well, so they don't. I don't know if they actually want to do that. It's
It's
just like
just that
it's just
so
that.
overboard.
Yeah.
What they could do is the Wrath of Lich King way, overlap them.
Yes.
Have
well,
two
that's what
classes
they
bring the
should
same
do.
thing.
That would be
That would
nice.
be better, yeah.
I don't think they're going to change anything this expansion. I think overlapping might be a little better, but
And
I
then go back
feel like
to
there's almost too many of them at this point to overlap all of them.
Well, a lot of them are like, what's the point? Like the monk and the warrior one are basically the same thing. The demon hunter and the mage one are basically the same thing. Like, why not just like reduce them into one?
Yeah, true.
Also, like in Miss and Warlords, I believe Warlords also had them. Like hunters could bring any buff.
Yeah, well, depending on the pet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hunters can also lust right now, but I've seen enough times in pugs that that's just not a thing.
No, the real
It's
hero
annoying, man.
terrorists in pugs are mages.
We just want to get that shit on cooldown so
Bro,
we can
Rice
personal
will just he just does it immediately every time it's up, even if it's on a good time to hero.
That's good. Wait, for himself or for the group?
No, the group. Like we'll have like no debuff, and he'll just be like, "Well, time for me to lust. I don't care what you guys are doing."
Oh, that's the thing I'm talking about.
Wait, why did they do that?
Double.
They get two lusts.
They get two lusts. But
They
I
have their
was
own personal one, and they just use it whenever because they don't care about the rest of the group.
I was in two separate 22 Azure Vaults last week where we had 15 seconds left on the hero debuff going to the last boss, and then the mage just hit hero.
Like was it a
not
personal
paying
one?
attention. Yeah. No, not as a personal. He doesn't know that because he's not paying attention. That, like,
I mean, we still
the
share
lust debuff
Sated with
is
you,
not-
so you should be paying attention to that.
Oh,
Well,
I
he
mean,
is-
I have
didn't know
seen that
that.
in like 26 keys on my stream, so.
Yeah, it's so annoying. So fucking annoying.
Fucking mages.
Mages always find the way just to be the most annoying class to play with. They were kind of fun until people started to really get into that shit, that talent. Now it sucks ass. And then if fire's good again, it's gonna be combust and that too, and you're gonna have to listen to a fire mage speak. It's like, god damn it, man. We were
Bob
free
and
for a
metal.
bit.
He's not wrong.
Like,
nothing.
I like that concept of all the mage stuff. Like, when used properly, it's sick. It's like, you're annoying, just... You have
No, it's annoying
mages
for
that
everyone
just-
else to deal with it.
Yeah, it's well, especially because it's like, again, it's like having double hero isn't actually an annoying thing. Like, just having it is like fine. You just play around it.
Well, the
You're
degenerate shit you do to play
Whereas
around
the
it
degenerate
is
shit you do is the annoying part. Yeah.
Doesn't that make it annoying though?
The existence of
It's
something
not
doesn't make it annoying. It's how it's
bad.
used.
It's
Yeah.
it's the way humans use it. I
Yeah.
get what he's saying.
It's
looking at
bad.
No, it's not. It's not inherently
I mean, I think if
bad.
there's no
'Cause,
way to
like,
make it not bad, it's just bad. Like,
Well,
what's
that's
the
the thing. Is
solution?
that there,
plenty of ways to make it not
there
bad.
is-
But, like,
yeah, that's
the
the thing.
mage
Is
has
that
to not
people
be a
don't
terrorist.
care. Yeah, that's the problem. Is that it's like to instantly assume that because something exists that could be used poorly, it instantly is bad. Then that means that like a lot of things are bad
No,
regardless.
that's not what I said. It's just like the way it's used optimally for the mage, it's really bad for the rest of the group.
But that's not true.
Is it? Like, if they want to use it
because
immediately, right?
No, you don't want to use it because if it's a bad heroism time, you don't want to use it immediately.
You basically you don't necessarily want to use it
do,
immediately,
like what you're
but you
saying
don't
about
wanna leave
Rice
it on
is
cooldown
like
for more than a
that's
couple
using
minutes.
it. Yeah, that's using it poorly. But like that's with any cooldown. And in keys, you usually end up having packs you can use hero on.
I think
What were you going to say about
No, I was
What were you saying about healing, Kitchen?
Oh, I was looking at the meters, and I think it's funny when they just nerfed evokers by 8%, and oh boy, did that really shake things up. The amount of healing Carly does compared to every other healer is so broken. If a DPS was like that, if meters were like that for a DPS, you know that would be changed, like, immediately. Like, how is Evoker still so strong?
Big
thing looking.
Not just Evoker, but Blizzard has always been horrible with healing balance. Like, remember Disc Priest and Pally, how bad that was for a whole expansion? Or two.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I think healing balance is maybe generally a little bit worse, but like, if you look at, let's say, last week's polls, like, Evoker and like the Pally may look very different, but if you were to like math out how much DR and stuff that Raisins is giving, they're pretty close. And it's like similar thing with Marius, like in Disc in a lot of ways, and like that it is not as imbalanced, I think, as people are getting the impression.
Like, also looking at just our healers and like seeing Carly do 30k more HPS than every other
Yeah,
healer,
you
he's
can't
also,
just look at Carly and make that.
Yeah, he's also parsing the highest is the thing. So like, it's the same thing like Zoid told me once, that he was talking about how Windwalker's actually really good at single target when we did the same damage on a pull, and I got a 97 and he got a 14.
Dude,
like, that's not how that works.
You could still go to just go to overall healing meters.
I remember that was so funny.
Still far ahead. Look at M+ healing, and all the healers talk
Yeah,
about
that's
like,
true.
oh, I gotta switch to Evoker because I can't do it on Paladin anymore.
I think the biggest problem with Evoker is that it's easy to be that good. That's the problem. If it was
That
hard,
makes sense,
that'd be an issue. But like, it sounds like I've never played it, but it sounds like it's very easy to play Evoker. But when you play another healer, you have to try so hard to equal that.
217 preservation parses for Mythic Razageth. That's a lot.
They also designed the fight with their
Yeah,
cooldown
Evoker in mind. Like this fight has everything. So everything in the tree, you can do something with. Like you can take something on Evoker's tree, like Gildy tree, to like combat it. Like even the fucking shield Evokers have a talent that just does damage to shields. Like, it literally only does damage to shields. Does a lot of damage, and you can use it, and it works with your Master Civilization.
But do you Shattering Throw on that also as a warrior?
Yeah, it's massive.
I mean, I am pretty sure I am sure the best healer on like phase 2 shields is Disc Priest, like 100%. Like,
yeah,
just because of how the way their healing and damage interacts with the buff. Yeah, and like, I agree with most of what people are saying. Like, this fight lines up really well. Like, there's a lot of like, let's say 30 to 45 second like burst damage, which like Evoker's got a ton of stuff for that, whereas somebody like Disc has your minute 30 ramp, and then like, so it's just, it doesn't line up as well with their damage. On the other hand though, like, I've watched probably 30 different kill videos, and it's kind of like what Aiden is saying. Like, the best healer in the guild often just ends up on top regardless. I'm not saying Carly's like unanimously the best healer. He's good and he plays a good class right now, but like, I've seen so many Disc Priests, so many Holy Paladins, like so many, not Resto Shaman, but so many like Resto Druids end up on top on this fight. Like,
yeah, I feel like it's
they're
just we're
all
looking at
like,
it in a vacuum.
they're
so
all
it's
very
easy to be
good.
like, oh, it's obviously
so-
the best. Yeah.
I don't know. It made me more think of M+, where Evoker is just...
M+ is more like set in
Well,
stone.
Even
how stuff
M+,
is done.
they're so close right now. Like, They honestly are. And like if you go watch like any Mythic Plus streamer that heals, like they all will tell you maybe Evoker is what you need for like a 27 like Halls of Valor Herja Tyrannical or something. But unless you're doing that, like every healer is super close.
That's true for everything. Like, unless you're doing world first, highest level possible stuff, like it doesn't really matter what you're doing. Like the balance in this game, like for all the shit people give it, is actually very good. Like almost all the time.
I mean, the balance right now, like specifically, is probably the best it has ever been. Almost for sure with DPS, and like I would say, I mean for sure with tanks too, and I would say with healers as well.
I mean,
But,
Sepulchre balance also was pretty crazy.
I think
Although,
the
actually, no, I
issue-
think tanks, I guess, were bad DPS, otherwise it was fine, right?
Some of the issue with healing, though, is the difficulty in producing those numbers. Like, I know Pally and Shaman suffer from having too many things they have to do. Like, just too many buttons, too many small cooldowns that don't
Pally's
synergize
hard.
well. Yeah. So...
I mean, they do, but it's not like Evoker is... Like, you can do really well on Evoker, probably slightly easier than like any other healer, but Evoker also has like a lot of depth to it. So
Evoker is, you have to know the fights like exactly. It's not like you can't just like wing it and heal more than everyone
That's
else.
true for basically every healer.
That's
to be
every
honest.
healer at this point, though. They've kind of made a lot more ramping
there's-
damage and...
Yeah, like I know Mistweaver used to just be the quick guy and heal, and so did Paladin, and both of them have like huge ramp windows now.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's the case for basically
It's all the
every
healers.
class in the game. Like we've talked about this before. I think people would agree that basically every class is harder now than it was in like Shadowlands or something.
Yeah. I was saying it's not like an Evoker specific thing that you need to know fights to heal well. Is all I was
No, I mean
saying.
it's obviously not. I'm just saying it's one. I was saying it's one of the healers that like Discrease also has that same style of thing.
Every
I
healer
guess
has that.
If
Everyone
every healer
does that.
does, then yeah. I mean, would some not have it more than others, or just automatically equal because they all have to do it?
Well, sure, there are degrees. Like,
Yeah, that's.
you
I
could
mean,
play
that's
Resto
more of what I
Shaman
was saying.
reactively more than you could play Evoker or Resto Druid reactively, or Disc Priest. You need to know timers for that, but they do all still have ramps at this point.
It's like if you want to
Whereas
play
in the
any
past they
class well, you need to know the fights equally well. It's not like, oh, I have less ramps, so I only need to know half the fight. It's like,
yeah,
that's not really how that works.
I don't know. I mean, our comp for this fight is, I would say, not ideal, but healing comp is not one of those things that's not ideal. I think our healing comp is quite strong.
Yeah, it's fine.
What are we missing like DPS wise then?
I mean, I think 3 Warlocks, probably a bit much. I think you for sure get rid of the Elemental Shaman if you really have a choice. I think you probably replace that with something like
A BM Hunter.
DPS, you can
DK.
replace it with a Hunter. You can replace it with the DK. Would be good.
Yeah.
You could
Remember
replace
we
it
had a
with
DK?
like
I remember when we had a DK.
Second warrior. Not
you could
bad.
do Second
Thanks for rallying.
Warrior. You could do a Boomkin. Like Boomkin's actually like not bad on this fight. You could do
Feral
like an
Druid.
Arcade Mage. There's a lot of stuff that's better than Elemental Shaman, I would say, or a third Warlock. But
We still have a DK too if Jaxo didn't catch me on a bad day.
True.
That was kind of on him though, wasn't it?
Oh, it was 100% on him. He came into my DM swinging, but I just was not in the mood for it. Like sometimes
What
I'll
about Jaxar?
yeah, sometimes I'll put
What
up with that,
status
but
called?
I was not.
Talking about how it's definitely his fault only. It's not your job to babysit his feelings.
I know. I'm aware.
Stupid impulsive thing.
But I am willing to do it
de-escalate.
sometimes.
That's fair enough.
We do, coddle people when they are our friends.
We would never do that to any Disc Priest in this guild.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think that is true, Keats. But I think that is also something that's kind of earned over time, right?
Oh yeah.
Like,
I agree. And
I was using this guild for a whole year, Kelly.
Mm.
1 whole year.
One whole
1
year.
year gets you something, right?
I mean, it got him the first pass.
Sure,
He's taken a
but-
few at this point.
Yeah, he was also doing this sort of thing since he joined, and like.
And then
at
he
some
went on
point-
vacation
That's what I'm
for
saying.
5 weeks and was
Him
wondering
going on
why he wasn't back
vacation-
in immediately.
Him going on vacation.
No, that's what I mean.
allowed me
Kids.
to
He
get
he
CE.
got the first year because he'd been doing this the whole time. Is my point.
I am fully supportive.
Actually,
Of
going on
what?
vacation
I mean-
got me CE for jailer, so
Like,
I'm okay with it.
I don't think it's any secret that like there's 4 to 6 people in guild that like basically have slacked off in one way or another. They like maybe haven't prepped for fights. They don't gear their character as well as some people in the guild. But they're also like 4 to 6 people that have been in the guild a while, that are like good friends, that like it's a very different discussion if we're like, no, we want to make sure everybody's doing X, Y, Z every single tier. Like if we have that discussion, at least half, if not all of those people are just going to quit because they don't want to do that stuff. And so like that's a discussion we could have if we want to change the direction of the guild, but I don't think most people would want to go that way. But I mean, sure, we can have those discussions, down the line.
Our strongest attribute has always been stability, since so I wouldn't
Yeah.
hamper with that.
I mean, I wouldn't
Yeah, I
support
mean,
that
that's-
change either because I can't put in
As much as
more
I love
time
to
than I'm putting in.
grumble,
It would also not be my vote, but I mean, my point is like, sure, we could find people that are better and will prepare. For instance, Bomani is, like him or not, kind of one of those people. But also, do we want to like play with 5 more of those, or like take our chances on people?
Where you phrased that.
Take our chances with people like I don't even know half their names, but they're like 4 people, 3 people every tier that like come in for a tier and then leave, and so we're like constantly rotating through 6 people now instead of like 2 or 3 like we do. Just saying, it's complicated.
It's always
I don't
complicated.
want to mess. I don't want to mess with the secret sauce.
Sauce.
And there are certainly like half measures you could also debate taking, but like I think it's gonna I think if we're suddenly like calling people out and saying you need to spend 4 more hours every week in game just to keep up, I think that ultimately is going to be worse for the guild long term. But
They just need to lower Mythic Plus to 136. That would also be very helpful. Having
That
to
would
do
be nice
8
for me.
8 keys is
Well,
very annoying.
It
I
feels so
can't do
much.
it.
So many.
136 is still a lot though. Like it doesn't really change it much.
135.
No one was
1, 2, 6.
10. Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was
it's just like
cruel.
No matter what, people are gonna be like, man, I wish it was just a little bit less than that.
That is true.
And I still don't think it's just a vault thing. Like, if you want to actually make it easier for people like, Pip and Co., like, you also have to address the Valor stuff.
Yeah, which they made harder.
and the
Mythic Plus
crafting
rating.
upgrading
And the crafting,
thing.
yeah.
Like Preach made a good point about like where he's just kind of coming back to the game, but more casually and heroic. He's like, one thing I have noticed, even though it's pretty alt-friendly, is like the upgrade tokens. That's over 5 hours of keys per like max upgrade token.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
that
good that's not
suffers a lot.
time gated. Like that's usually the complaint is like you have to do
Yeah.
this thing once a week, and then you can eventually get it. But this is like you can just grind all this shit out immediately if you want to, but it's a lot of grinding.
It is.
Yeah, it
They
is like...
should-
Why Max is currently paying like several million gold to have his paladin boosted while he's streaming and doing other things.
Huh. I mean, it makes sense.
He's getting 50 16s boosted.
If only it was on Lothar.
What they should do is what they've done with a lot of stuff is make it like front loaded, where like the first key you do a week you get like 5 of them, and then every single one after that you get 1.
Or just let me trade 2 to 1 for a BOA thing that lets me get it to my
Yeah,
own.
I have a fucking McDonald's ball pit of them sitting in my bank, but
I'm just want to put it on the record. I disagree with everything you all are saying. Totally.
I mean,
love the way it is right now, but
I personally think it's super easy to gear, so I don't know that I think anything needs to be changed. Like, I've played my druid a decent amount, but I wouldn't say it's like excessive, and my druid's like 415. Like, and like can do basically anything in the game with my like 3 hours a week or something playing it.
Same with my
So like, I don't know that it really needs to be easier than that to do a character.
I don't get the downside of making things I've already earned rateable to an alt, even at a big loss.
It's their exact reasoning. The thing that they said is they want you to play your character if you're making an alt, which I think is completely understandable and honestly, like, yeah, that makes sense. If you play if you're gonna if you're gonna play a character, play the fucking character. Yeah,
it's Diablo 3. Like it's like Diablo 3 used to be, you know, really hard to get some gear on a character, and now you get bags of it, and it's super easy, and you get bored of it in 8 hours. And then if you want to play something else, you get to 10 power level, boom, 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 use all this shit, and then you're done in an hour. Like that's what they don't want. And that's what you would do. Like you would do a keys for a little bit on it, but then you'd be like, why am I playing this? I don't have anything more to do on it.
That was season 4 too.
That's the whole point of an MMO, though. Like the grinding is an MMO. Like that's the point.
Yeah.
So it's kind of okay that it's like. I think the problem is time gating shit. Like being like, I have to sit here and wait a week before I can progress anything. Like that's frustrating.
Was so shitty. Yeah, that stuff sucks. Because like again, it's like the content that you're doing is going to be the same regardless. Because that's the whole point of having a breadth of content. Is like there's a lot of stuff to do. Like doing it on the class, like playing the class is what makes it different, and or at least for me, like what makes it fun. Like playing Ruby life pools on my rogue is very different than I'm playing on my evoker. That's why it's like enjoyable to do that stuff
paladin.
over. Or a paladin. Like yeah, I mean like that's part. Like it's fun to do that kind of stuff.
Not to get off topic here, but did you happen to look at the healing on that key?
No.
Like, I don't remember the exact number, but I did like 40 million healing or something over the course of the key, and like 35 million of it was to you.
Dude, it was to keep me alive, dude. If I didn't keep my stuff overlapped properly, I would get killed in 2 auto attacks. I got killed in 0.2 seconds by the final boss.
You got one shot, I think, on 2 bosses or something.
Yeah.
I don't know how your character would have lived on the second boss in there.
I mean, a little bit it didn't, but we had enough B-reses.
I didn't.
Of the final boss was Gralls going bear and kiting.
On the final boss, yeah. So the second boss, I just didn't know exactly how one of the cooldowns that I had worked. I pressed it and didn't have anything else up and just died. It wasn't the right one. At the final boss, he just killed me. That was all he did. He would just do my entire health bar, like with defensives up. He'd just kill me, and I was like, "Oh fuck! All right, can't do anything with that."
It was like a with a cooldown, like with Guardian or something, it would take him to like 10%, and so if you didn't get the instant dispel, like the man was just full dead.
Yeah, it was really funny. But yeah, you know, I'm honestly like kind of fine with how it is, especially because like with the uncapped valor, it's like as long as you're like doing, because you only have to do like 16 of a certain level of key to get to 2400. It's gonna be more than that, of course, because you're doing them for gear and stuff. Like being able to make 415s is like kind of sick.
I think it was.
I sleep. Good night.
The one change that I've heard brought up, and I do think would be really, really good, would be 2 separate currencies. One to boost an item up to 405, and then the other to take it like actual valor and take it higher. So where like if you got something in a lower key, you had a way of upgrading it without just like fucking yourself over, right? Like if you got that weapon or 2-hander, right? If you get a 2-hander at a low key, the amount of valor it takes to upgrade it is ridiculous. And I think a system like that could actually work out pretty well.
I think if they just remove the valor cap from the beginning, I think that's good, but like maybe that's too much too early.
Yeah, that's too much.
I think you remove the valor cap.
Almost certainly too early. Like the number of I feel like Valor grind is so easy though. I don't know the exact numbers, but like when I was leveling Pally, like I was doing like 2 to 5s initially, just because I couldn't get into other keys, and like every single group was full of like 2K plus people just grinding the 2s, and so they were like super fast. And I'm assuming that that's everybody basically who's doing 2s and stuff right now is just people grinding Valor. So like we did, you know, a 10-minute key for what is it, 2 to 400 Valor or whatever it is. That's pretty fast.
That will die down, though.
Well, I mean, sure, but every patch dies down.
I think Valor Cap could just get removed a couple weeks earlier.
I like the idea of that because that goes back to like the whole Plague Fall thing, and like you could like, you know, farming a certain weapon 40, 50 times on a certain key level, like be nice to
You have
not
the,
have to do that.
You have the scars to
Yeah, which
He's a demon hunter. He uses his scars. I'm sorry. Continue.
Good one, Wah.
I just think that could be like a neat way of doing things, and then you could still keep the Valor Cap, right? You don't feel early on in the season like, if I put Valor in this now, I'm screwed. If there was 2 separate systems.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, I definitely think they could tinker with stuff, mainly things around like when they open, you know, unlimited Valor, stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't see huge needs for like a ton of turns though.
No, the game's that's the nice thing. The game is probably the best it's been in quite a while. So
I don't know. It's definitely the most like alt friendly and least grindy it's been since at least WoD.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like. I mean, I would say my main complaint right now is like, unless you're raiding or doing Mythic Plus, like, and it's always kind of this way, but like there really is nothing to do.
Yeah, I actually liked that change they tried to make early on. Like, okay, we're gonna have more of the world quests like spawn throughout the week, and then I don't understand why there is outcry against that.
I mean, I think a lot of people just like to log in twice a week after work or something and do stuff. I don't know, and they want to feel like they, you know, are keeping up, whatever that means in that respect.
You have done good work.
Yep.
But danger still looms. Will you come to the
well,
aid of
I
the
mean,
forces
at least we're
here,
getting a point
champion?
7 that will hopefully add some things to do.
My friend, our
Yeah, you're gonna do some weird single-player dungeon content. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah, it's not on the PTR yet, is it?
I thought it was, but I have not checked it out.
That ring just not be an upgrade, because then I have to recraft my flavor pocket.
Unfortunately, we're going to be recrafting our flavor pockets, because that ring is going to be massive.
Are they just gonna turn it off next patch? That's the part.
They're gonna have really bad.
I know the plan is it's not going to carry forward as the plan.
It doesn't have secondaries on it. It
doesn't?
I don't think so. No.
The eye level won't increase.
It's just got stamina from what I've seen.
But how big are the bonuses if you get like your best?
Pretty big.
What is it? 3 gems?
Yeah.
I think it's 3 gems, and they can be, I think, deterministically upgraded.
Yes, and you can even, I believe from the article, there's something you buy and it's random what you get, but it's like in a pool, so it's like you get 1 of 3 and then you crush it and get like the currency to upgrade stuff.
I really hope that it's somehow not better. I don't know. I don't really want to lose fucking 600 haste. My class is gonna feel dog shit without that.
Yeah, I mean, they already said they don't want it to be like something for next tier, so I don't know exactly what that means. Whether it's like you're going to quickly replace it in the next raid, or whether you just aren't going to wear it at all in the next raid. But I have a feeling this is going to end up something for the like tail end or like last 2 months for us probably of farm of vault. And so it's like, sure, you will make re-clear a whole lot easier, or a little bit easier if you all farm these, but you also maybe don't have to if you don't want to.
And also maybe it turns into another system caused nerf to content at the tail end of the season, which is fine. Because you haven't had that borrowed power baked in gradual nerfs to content, so it's all had to be tuning done to the bosses and keys themselves. So having some element of that, I guess, is fine. My kind of question going forward is like, okay, so the plan isn't for this to carry forward, so it's either... This seems like the kind of thing they do to iterate on, and itself might be a little bit of a iteration on Dom shards with some of the lessons they learned there. But I just have a hard time envisioning them like, okay, we're going to put all this development hours into a system that we're planning to basically deprecate after 2 to 3 months, which seems
yeah,
unusual.
I mean, sure, but they also kind of do that with tier sets, every single tier.
Yeah, but there aren't, other than the armor itself, there isn't art assets, level design, and a whole other little mini solo dungeon associated with that. It's non-trivial to balance tier sets. So I'm not trying to say it is, but this does feel different. So I'm wondering okay, is this going to be a little plan going forward where if their new vision for how a patch cycle should go is that there's going to be some kind of 0.07 equivalent towards the end of each tier, and then they just add something like this? I'm just curious what their plan for it is. Not necessarily specifically these gems, but whatever their analog is going to be. Is this a one-off thing, or are they planning on there being some kind of okay, the last third of a regular tier is going to have something like this, even if the acquisition is different?
I mean, yeah, who knows what purpose this is filling, but you could see it as this is a whole lot cheaper in terms of dev time for them to do, rather than some of the stuff people actually ask for, like a new dungeon every single 0.1 patch, or
it also can act as tuning.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Right?
So it kind of gets back to what I was saying about how there's nothing to do outside of the Pleasant Raid. If this is intended to fill some of that time at the end of the patch when there's little to do, then is that wasted dev time? And at the same time, if it's dev time they're trying to tack on to the end of a patch and keep people playing, it's a whole lot cheaper than a lot of the other kind of things they could do in some respects. So I don't know. I mean, it's new, like you say. Who knows what their kind of intent with it is, but
yeah, I
don't have a ton of concerns about it, honestly. But
I'm not really concerned. I'm just puzzled by it, I guess I would say. I'm it feels like there has to be a plan to carry some element of it forward, otherwise it feels inefficient at a time where I can't imagine their belt not tightening with the loss of China.
I mean, it seems like it could be something they very easily, if it's, well received. Oh, you now have Vault 2.0 for patch 10.1.7.
Yeah, or they just add more floors to it, and they just tweak it, kind of like with Torghast. So that could be a good way of iterating on it. That's fair.
I mean, I think you said, maybe this is their, because I think you do have some passive nerfing with sparks and crafted gear over time, but it's very minor since most people get that stuff early, and maybe this is some of that passive nerf.
Yeah, this is everyone getting their capstone soulbind ability, in week 6 or whatever the fuck. Something similar to that, where you just have additional systems on top of gear acting as a soft gradual nerf to content.
It's probably some of that. It's probably also a way for the casual player that just does world content to have a chase item to go for, right? I can make this cool thing.
It's that piece of gear that a casual player can strive towards that's also like a BIS piece for everybody, so like it feels good for them to get.
Yeah, that's fair. Look, I don't play with that kind of player. I just know that they're a very large, very quiet chunk of the player base.
Yes, they are. I don't know. I mean, I think we probably are looking to get more 07 stuff. I think probably at the end of this week, maybe at the end of next week. So like we'll, I think, know a little more soon.
I've wondered how the expansion has resonated with that chunk of the player base, because I know Zareth Mortis was kind of a slam dunk for that element, but a lot of them had already stopped playing.
I mean, judging by the amount of people that are at a feast, I think some of it's working.
Yeah, and there's new people getting the damn Biscuits achievement every time.
Yeah. It blows my mind. I'm like, how does not everybody have this already?
I mean, I'm kind of
so casual.
I'm kind of amazed how busy the crafting like channels and interactions remain.
Yeah, I think that's
Well,
a
it's 'cause
nice success to trade
They
chat.
did that on purpose because that's why they don't want everything to be public order. They want like everyone's alt and everyone's like, I want to recraft this now that I have enough to make it 418. I need to find someone who can craft it. Like, that was the whole purpose, right?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I just mean like, it's amazing to me how many people are like active in that part of the game. Like I know that's their intent. It's just I am surprised by it every time still.
Oh yeah.
I'm happy our server doesn't appear to have a cartel.
Yeah, that's good.
Scary as hell.
With mass
What
reporting
does that mean?
so on some of the larger servers with enough like goblins that got to know each other, they're like, okay, no, like the price for, you know, crafting like a lariat or whatever, you're not going to accept less than like 10 or even 20 or more thousand like as a commission. And if they find out someone is like massively undercutting them, like they mass report that person and then they get actioned automatically.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like actually a thing on big servers. It's an issue. So I think that probably ends up getting potentially addressed a little down the line, but it's unfortunate for people on those servers right now.
I mean, that starts touching on to the place where Blizzard did remove a lot of people and hasn't hired them back was on the game master customer service side of things. So I think a lot of the, you know, first bans and warnings are still automated to the point where, like, I want to say Asmongold like tested it, where it's like 8 or 10 bans is just an automatic either silence or ban depending on whether or not there's already stuff on your account.
I mean, to be fair though, that's kind of the way most tech companies like work
it
these
is.
days. So
It is, but
Yeah, man, that's how you make money. You lay off all your support.
and like you think Google is like having a person read through all these?
Don't get me started on DMCA. Like I hear you. Like, I mean that law needs to get changed, but it never will because all the lobbying's on the takedown side of the issue, unfortunately.
I mean, I just don't know that. I think it's obviously an issue. Stuff like mass reporting, like a crafter, like that is a pretty dick move that needs to be addressed. But like, do I think that it's a good use of their resources to hire like thousands probably of customer support full time? No, probably not either. So
No, I get that there's not a clean solution where even it's like, okay, well, what if we just get like 1 or 2 people to like try and at least have a human review these? There's going to be so many things coming across their desk that have to rubber stamp it.
yeah, I can't even like. I would have to sit down and really work through it to even ballpark how many of these sorts of tickets they're getting like per day. I'm sure
it's staggering.
Very, very
like,
high.
Better AI, that's the future.
Oh yeah, your GM is actually just a chat GPT or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Did you hear about Bing? Like Bing has an incredible AI apparently.
I mean, I don't even want to delve into this, but yes.
It's scary though. Like some of the posts I've seen of it, like you could have conversations with it, and now it's like turning into like a teenage emotional rager, and
You
starts
should-
lying to you things.
I mean, in just a slightly different area, you should see what they're doing in like colleges and stuff now, both in terms of like cheating with Chat GPT, but also in terms of how they're using it to teach stuff now. Like for instance, I know that in some grad school like history classes, the professor is basically generating like reports, fake reports with ChatGPT, and then using it as a teaching tool for students to basically read the reports and like mark up what is wrong with that and like how it got certain things wrong in the report. And so using it basically to kind of start teaching this next generation to be like very keen-eyed on the lookout for stuff like this now, since it's going to be a continuing issue as we go forward. Yeah, I like, it's not that I like liked school when I went to it, but I would not want to be in school right now. This is like issue 1 of 1,000, but like there are so many just off the wall things you have to think about these days. So I don't know if we want ChatGPT in WoW yet. I guess is where I land on that.
Well, guess what company's buying this game?
Yeah. Well,
They're
I
running
mean,
into a lot of regulatory problems with that.
They're
though.
trying to buy the game. Or
Yeah,
trying to buy.
both Europe and the US are like, no, you're not.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. It's Microsoft. They'll find a way.
They might.
They've been red taped before. They were the original like antitrust internet tech 90s.
And I would at least kind of initially, I would be paying attention to what the European Union has to say about stuff like this, because I think more and more they're kind of directing a lot of these issues these days.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck. What's that thing with cookies and that whole legislation?
Oh, I hate that legislation.
I forget the name of it, but yeah, I mean that's a good, pretty early instance of this.
The part I hate about it, it's like the California cancer thing, where it's on everything now. So then it's basically on nothing. Yeah, it loses its meaning. It would be different if they made it in the legislation that not tracking was tracking was something you had to opt into, not opt out of. Then that'd be different. But this legislation is worthless because you still gotta click like and read through the stupid menu that I'd save my settings for these cookies.
Yeah,
and then they make the accept all choices like a very easy button, obviously.
Opt-ins versus opt-outs are like hugely contentious though, so like those are big points when they're designing the legislation that like companies are lobbying hard for the opt-out. Or I guess it could be opt-in or opt-out depending on what your thing is. But yeah, I don't even know how this tangent got started, to be honest.
Oh, AI and customer support.
ChatGPT, customer support.
Yeah,
About
customer
how
support. There we go.
Blizzard uses their company resources. All right, we're back.
Keats is the dictator, and not like a.
He's the stenographer.
Yes, you're the stenographer.
That's a bit.
He's
different
as in,
thing.
like dictating a letter.
You are
not,
dictating, not in terms of like you're Kim Jong Il or
like
something.
a letter, not a strong man.
Okay, so I was gonna say you're the guild secretary, but I felt like that was maybe pejorative, so I swapped, and then I just called you a dictator. So like, what are you gonna do?
Can't wait.
Well, this was fun, but it ruined my go to bed early after raid. But so I'm going to bed now.
Until 4 a.m. with us again.
No,
I should probably do that.
it caught up with me so hard with work, so I need to go to bed at a reasonable hour.
All right. Good night.
Night all.
I have many, many wares. May your feet find good trails.